color from right here.
It feels like a modern car. We have to rebuild the motor. The whole entire bay is stripped. Oh my god. There it is.
What was midnight purple?
I'm sure this is really gonna work.
That is so sick.
That paint.
Right.
I can't believe this is real.
This is the story of how I got my 1999 Nissan R34 Midnight Purple 2 that is federally legal to be in the United States. This story begins 2 years ago when I finally decided that I wanted to have an R34, but I wanted to have it in the United States. I wanted to have it on the American soil. I wanted to be able to drive an R34 in America, and if a cop pulled me over, I wouldn't be in any trouble or any federal trouble, which is the real problem with these cars. And there's only two ways to get one here. That's by getting a Motor X car or having one that's here on federal exemption through something called show and display. I tried to get a Motor X car, none were for sale. And then I reached out to the boys at Top Rank and they found me a show and display R34 Midnight Purple 2 that was potentially for sale. Now, after following up with the owner, he was willing to sell the car, but I had to come up with the cash to get this car. And that's where the Huracan plays its role in this story. When I first started building the Huracan, Whistle and Diesel had actually reached out to me a few times saying he wanted to buy the car. So when the time finally came, I reached out to Whistling and I said, yo dude, are you interested in still buying this car? Which he said, yes, I am. And I knew the only way that I could afford this R34 was to sell that car and use the money and profits from that to roll it over into the Midnight Purple 2. All this happened 2 years ago, and I wanted to build this car at my own speed, at my own time, with the right parts. Over the last 8-9 years, I have built certain cars and I built certain things with the pressure and with the influence of the outside world to hurry up and do it as fast as possible so the uploads aren't happening so sporadic, oftentimes feel rushed or unfinished just to get that video title and to get just that extra upload in. And I knew for this car, it meant way too much to me to push something out. All the footage you're gonna see throughout this series is literally 18 months old. We have been flying to the East Coast, filming this in secrecy to produce what I think is the absolute perfect restoration build, and it's all gonna happen within a month's time for you guys. You're gonna see consistent uploads of us getting in the car, stripping it down to bare metal, rebuilding the engine, putting brand new parts that took us months and months, some cases years to get our hands on. We just dropped 2 R34 Gtr Midnight Purple t-shirts and a 1-of-1 sticker to go with it. And these will count towards the entries of winning the Straight Hunter Z, and there's only 4 days left on the giveaway. So click the links down below, snag your entries to win the car. This is the ultimate R34 Gtr, and it is all gonna unfold over the next few weeks for your viewing pleasure. Without further ado, enjoy this amazing restoration and build of the perfect GTR. And this story starts 540 days ago when I took delivery of the car.
Oh, I'm so, no, come back, come this way, you chotch, no, come back. Ooh. I'm physically shaking right now. Inside of this trailer is a car that, in my opinion, it's the all-time car. There's nothing really above this car. I'm freaking out. Okay, without further ado, let's introduce the new car. I've only seen photos, I haven't even seen it in person. This is my first time seeing it. Ooh, what's in it? Ooh. Oh my God. Oh.
What a guy.
It looks like there's green.
Crazy, bro. You would kill it, man.
Midnight Purple 2? Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God, let's touch it. Ooh. Oh, first start. As you guys can see, it already has some stuff on there. I'll explain all that stuff in just a little bit. Okay, brother. Oh my God. Oh, dude, the color from right here is insane. Oh my leave it right there. Could you leave it running? Here's what you guys gotta see. Okay. You ready for this? Oh! Nismo Fine Spec Final Edition motor. Damn! Holy shit. Oh my god, first time sitting in it. What the heck? Whoa. I don't know how warm it is. Let's give it a little bit of a blip. Must have, so I know it's on a Haltech ECU. There's something restricting us from revving it out. I don't want anything stupid. I don't know this car yet, but damn. Color's cool.
Color's so cool.
I haven't seen the orange yet.
It's on this side. You can see it on,
Is it on that side?
You can see it on the one up right here.
Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Yep. Found it.
The GTR is here legally, but it's not under my name. And it gets a little bit weird with the federally exempt transaction that actually got the car here. So I never really drove the car much in its current state, but I did drive it home. It was a very special moment for me, and I just enjoyed it the whole way home. But I did pick up the camera once and kind of talk about how it felt. It was a pretty special moment.
What's amazing is how this car feels compared to the RX-7, the Mark IV Supra, even like NSXs that I've driven. This thing feels like it's not from the 90s. Although it's a 99, I guess it's like an early 2000s car. It feels so tight, handles so much differently. It just like feels good. And compared to the other 90s cars, they kind of just drive like 90s cars. They still feel great to drive, but they don't really feel, you know, that good out the box. The R34, and this is my first time driving an R34. I never drove one in Japan. This thing feels so good, dude. It feels like a modern car. Like, it just feels amazing. It's on feel suspension coilover, so that definitely adds to it. I'm sure if it was on stock suspension, it wouldn't feel this good, but I'm this in awe. This thing drives great.
I really didn't tell any of my friends. The only person who I did tell was Kevin, and that same day that I got it, he left work early to come see the car, and this was his first time seeing an R34 Gtr on US soil, which again, was another special moment.
Uh-oh. You put the Lambo and the Vet outside for that? Woohoo! So if you haven't figured it out, this R34 Midnight Purple 2 is, yep, the button works. This is the car that I'd let go of this baby for. Yes, it's still here in time, but I made a deal with Whistling Diesel to sell this car to get that car. Now, this car is more than that car. This car is still like very, 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 very expensive. I just couldn't justify to myself owning this, owning that, owning those two, owning the Corvette. We have all the other cars. I was like, you know what? I don't need this too. This car's great and I love it, but in my thought process is, at the end of the day, these cars behind me are the things that I love more than anything else. Exotics are super cool and they're so much fun, but the thing is with modern exotics, how I feel at least, in the next like 2 or 3 years when the new Lambo comes out or the new Ferrari comes out, I feel like you're always gonna want the better new exotic. And the 90s cars, that was it. There is never like a better one to come out except, you know, just collecting every single one of them. So that's what I've always wanted to do, is I want to have every single like JDM car that I thought was really cool. And although this thing is amazing, I would rather have that. And we still have our blue one in Japan.
A lot of work went into this and it's so beautiful and I get that, but when the new Lambo or the new exotic comes out, I feel like I'd want that one. With that into consideration, I was okay with letting it go. And letting it go gave me funds to buy that car and put money away and other cool, amazing things this year.
For those who saw the video where Kevin got me this Nismo gas cap.
First mod on the 34, day one?
No, it clamps onto the thing. Like, you need to unscrew it.
Doesn't fit.
You need to unscrew it.
No, dog. Doesn't fit.
Let me see that.
It might be for an SR, or you just do double-sided tape right there.
You can double side tape it. Let me see the screws.
Now this car is a forever car. This is the bucket list car. This is the dream car for me. Not only are we gonna build this car to absolute perfection, but I also want to do a full 100% restoration on this. Brand new everything. I want this to look like how it did when it rolled off the showroom floor in 1999. I also know we're gonna hunt down every rare Nismo part and put it on this car. And I knew to the level of what I wanted, it couldn't be done here in San Diego. And I knew there was only one place in America that could handle what I wanted. So after a few weeks of having the car, we loaded it up on the trailer and we sent it across America, where I met it when it landed.
All right, well, we had the car and now the car is leaving. We had it for maybe about 3 weeks sitting in my garage. It is just now loaded up. We're gonna see this thing, well, I guess in your guys' sake, you guys are gonna see this really soon, but I won't see this car for another 3 or 4 months until all of our parts show up. At the same time, this is leaving. The C8 is also heading back to LMR to get some clutch work done and make it a little bit more drivable, but that is quite the trailer setup. I will see you very, very soon. We have made it all the way out to Connecticut, and we are here with Tommy Effia. The R34 got dropped off here probably a few weeks ago. And while the car has been here, there's been a lot of parts that have been ordered. There's been a lot of, man, we're gonna get into it because this video is tripping people out because they had no idea. Well, some of you guys.
no idea.
Some of you guys
had no idea that was his car. It said every comment said, that's TJ's.
Some of you guys had no idea, but we are here. This is Tommy Effia's shop, GTR Restoration. Does some of the cleanest, I'll say he does the best. He does the best GTR rebuilds. Tommy, what do you guys specialize here?
Period correct, OEM plus, Skyline restorations.
So much enthusiasm, I love it.
That's just how I do it. I'm excited. I just gotta tell you, and this doesn't need to be on camera, you know the 32s, you know all the colors. Your favorite's AH3, right? You missed that one.
They don't know about that. They don't know about that.
We're gonna tell them,
Yeah.
you slept. That's TH1. AH3, TH1, blue, red, white, black, gray. We've got almost all of them.
Almost all of them.
But now we have one special one. We have the most special color, which is yours.
Oh, I didn't know if
Wow, that was a compliment.
I know, I wasn't expecting that out of Tommy.
All right, no, it doesn't mean I like it the most. Don't get it twisted, boys. It's special because it's the only, okay, we'll say as of right now, even though it might be a little later, the only legal R34 color.
Yes, and that's one of probably my biggest flex here.
Dude, he was so adamant. He's like, but how much cooler is it that I could get like pulled over by a cop? Like, and I'm like, people can get pulled over by cops. Like, yeah, but a Fed. I'm like, how many Feds have you ever been pulled over by?
The Feds can pull me over. I could be like, sorry, boys, my shit's legal. Can't touch my car. So that's
all
like,
he wanted.
That's the coolest thing about this R34 Midnight Purple 2. I can have Tommy. I'll have Tommy do the honors in explaining what makes it legal and how it's legal. But this is a 100% USA federal exemption. The president doesn't even mind that it's here. The president likes that it's here. It's the USA.
EPA runs out at 21 years, which means it doesn't need to follow emissions in every other state except for yours. California sucks. But at 21 years in every other state, it's legal now.
EPA-wise.
EPA-wise. But your car is NHTSA legal because of the show and display. So you could technically, I don't really know the exact, because I don't follow the 34 laws too closely, but technically your car in every other state now is legal and doesn't need anything. I don't even think it needs to be show and display except for in California.
No.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
EPA ran out in 21.
Well, it's 1999. This is not legal in the United States until 2024.
Your car is because of Midnight Purple 2.
Yes.
And when the EPA...
But a normal one isn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Your car never needed to go through the process that like Randy's R32 did or any of those cars with the legalization because of the EPA because it ran out in 21. So now your car is legal in every other state except for yours.
But this car specifically
is allowed in the United States.
Is allowed in the United States, and no other R34s unless it's a show and display exempt or a Motor X, which there's not a lot left.
Show and display, correct color, under 400 units. It can't just be historical. It's obviously technologically
but what made it the technologically historical is because it was because of the color. That's why
they just applied for this color only.
Yes.
That's it, because of the low production number.
Because they only made less than 400 of this color.
So the color is specific, but it's only because the production numbers are below 400. So to get show and display, there's a bunch of different requirements. One of them has to be under 400 production model, has to be technologically or historically significant, which this car, as an R34 GTR, way ahead of its time, great car, beat everyone, whatever. But what's crazy is the Midnight Purple 3 is more rare.
It's 100% legal.
The feds pull you over on the I-4.
Well, dude, all I'm saying is
you can have a kilo of Coke in the trunk. You're good.
The previous owner had this little sticker, and it's, what does it say?
1 of 282.
100 of 282
so
in the Midnight Purple 2.
Under 400 production model, historically or technologically significant. This car is it. Somebody applied for it. They got approved, and now you own one of probably 3 or 4.
I believe there's only 3 in the US, and
Including yours?
Including mine. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 3 of them, and I think they're all in California. Could be wrong.
So make sure you tell them.
Yeah.
And you guys better watch him. He's only allowed to do 2,500 miles a year in this thing.
This is true. But, you know, I was thinking about it. Yeah, so that's one of the other rules is that in my insurance checks that you can only put 2,500 miles a year on this car, but I can't tell you any car I've ever driven more than that in 1 year.
Imagine someone were to take an analog gauge cluster and swap it. Like, that sounds wild to me. But imagine someone did it.
Wow, yeah.
You could put 100,000
You could put 100,000
on it,
in
the
never
other one,
know.
the feds, they're good.
This car here is my absolute #1 diehard car ever. At this point, you're probably thinking, I thought you already had a GTR in Japan from years ago. I haven't talked about this too much, but I guess I will finally spill the beans and make a confirmation statement. I have a Bayside Blue 1999 R34 GTR in Japan. Here are a couple photos of it, full of Z-Tune parts, Nismo stuff, but it is not a V-spec. It is just a normal GTR, and I think it's a 3 out of 5 rating. So it's pretty decent condition. So I do have that, but I really wanted to have a USA legal R34. I didn't want to wait until 2024 to import the Bayside Blue, so here we are with this one, and this color is so special. I told Tommy.
You want to flex on LZ. Just say it. Just fucking say it.
He does need to just get
Just
it over
say it.
with. Get her. You want to build a better car than LZ.
You want to flex on them. So
It's going to be hard because Adam's car is very nice.
Oh, trust me, it will be better than Adam's. Not that that matters or anything.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I can't argue because
It is, because you know.
we're doing it. So
you-
Adam, TJ's coming for you.
So we're gonna briefly go front to back over this car. We're gonna show you everything that it has on it, everything that's wrong with it.
Let's start with everything that's wrong with it.
There's a lot.
TJ called me and he goes, first you were showing me another car for a lot more money.
Yes,
And
I
we don't even need to
explained
talk
that
about-
in this
Oh,
video.
you did? Okay. And I said, nah, fuck that thing. Because it had some of the similar problems this one has. Missing a bunch of aero stuff.
Yeah.
So what makes this a V-Spec? The V-Spec one is kind of foggy to me, I'll be completely honest. I don't want to sound like I know everything about Skyline GTRs, especially 34s. It's supposed to have a rear diffuser. It's supposed to have a front splitter. Those are both missing.
Yeah.
The rear diffuser, someone that I know just paid $9,000 for a brand new one.
Didn't we pay that much?
Yeah, that was you. That's
Okay.
someone. So anyway, it's missing a couple things, and someone's had their way with this thing. You know, gotten in bed, got behind it,
Yes.
crept the hand in, you know, and
Yeah.
some shit went down. So it's missing that stuff. The first thing I want to note, it has a dent right here that I want you to see. My PDR guy fixed it. Now he can do more. This was really bad. This whole line was gone. He can do more, but I told him we may be doing the Z-Tune flare.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like, we'll see. He can get it better, but it must have been in the same incident. I would assume it has to be. This is really bad curb rash.
yeah.
Luckily, no one gives a baker's f about R34 stock wheels. Even though they are
these
Fords,
worth anything?
This color, you notice there's like a greenish tinge to
Yeah,
them.
it's kind of like bronzish gold, green.
Yeah,
weird.
so this wing piece is supposed to match that.
So this is wrapped.
It's wrapped. I don't know if it was blue or plastic dip.
Dude, I think the previous owner wrapped this like imitation Bayside blue at one point, because why else would there be blue wrap in here? I don't know. I don't know. I
So I
don't
did
know
notice
anything
that
previous.
when I was looking at it the other day. And then this also looks like it's wrapped.
This is
also.
wrapped. This
Yeah,
gray
this
is wrapped.
So this is supposed to be
Yeah.
the same color as the wheels.
Oh, okay.
So just that greenish, silver, whatever. No diffuser, very expensive piece. Someone robbed you.
Yeah.
Um,
Seriously.
I'm gonna pop the trunk.
Absolutely nothing there. The trunk's not a pretty sight.
Okay. Someone has to your trunk.
It's just gone.
And then we got this little guy.
So
Anytime you see a blue AM,
Yes.
the story goes, allegedly, the guy had a nitrous setup in the back of his car, but it wasn't hooked up. He never ran it.
yeah, I always put
Yeah,
it
well,
on.
Once
sure
we
it wasn't hooked up.
I don't believe that, but
We're gonna talk about the next problem.
yeah.
You have no cylinder 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I think someone put a little nitrous in her.
That might have something to do with it.
Someone's like, yeah, the nitrous is never in it, but cylinder 3's gone.
Cylinder 3's meltdown.
So none of your trunk carpeting's in here, which kind of it
Sucks.
bums me out.
Well,
but then
some of it's in here, though.
I mean, yeah.
The
Sure.
annoying parts are in here.
it bums me out, but at the same time, like race cars don't have trunk interior.
I want interior though.
I know you do.
Yeah.
We're sourcing it. It's actually not that bad. So someone ripped all this out. We got all these new clips for you. Are we talking about what we got or no? Anything that we got?
All we're gonna say
Let's
is...
talk about it, and if you had to edit the whole part out or every part, you're gonna watch this clearly, right?
Yeah, well, why don't we just say...
We got something for that. Watch your arms. This thing will kill you.
Why don't we just say this? Because this was my like dream car, I told Tommy, I want to build this car as if you were like playing Gran Turismo. Like, as if you were
Just
gonna...
clicking it.
Clicking everything. You
So
never...
we're not gonna tell them specifics, but you bought everything.
Yeah, whatever you guys can imagine of like 11 out of 10. Money wasn't like, it was like...
Money wasn't...
I kind of just didn't look at thing. I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's just, that's all I'll say. It's gonna be insane.
So you're missing this.
And that's so expensive.
Expensive piece.
That's
it's
an
about
expensive
800
piece.
bucks.
Yeah.
For the cover?
For the
Yeah.
cover.
Well, I also want to get the gold badges too. Just the badges all
They're
like
like $2
$500
grand.
for just one badge.
Yeah, they're like $2 for all of them.
Yeah.
So you got an ARC from out, which is a good
Pretty
thing.
cool. But talk about that.
So this is an Nismo Fine Spec, which isn't the original engine. Does it have a number on it? Yeah, number
102.
102. So the Fine Spec engine's like Nismo's newest technology. I think it's a 24U block, which is really great. Whatever. It's super cool. I'm super jealous of that. One thing that I am concerned about when we do modify this, that we're not going to tell anyone, matching the valve cover. I thought it was like a flat Nardo grade. There's hella flake in it. Watch this.
Yeah. Tommy. The wet shop.
Yeah, it was never
is
installed.
right here. Do you see it, TJ?
The nitrous was never installed.
No, there it is.
That's why
Definitely
you have no
wasn't.
cylinder 3 and 4.
Definitely, I don't know if you guys can see
And
that.
it's a wet shot. It's got fuel going to it
Which
also.
is scary. I saw that. I saw
Right.
the T in the line.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
That guy lied to you, but whatever. I'm be more concerned with the fact that he put all this dumbass hardware on it.
I know,
That's Dustin Williams hardware.
I think Dustin had part in the build.
We're not gonna run that. That's for sure. This I particularly really hate.
Yeah, I don't like these. It's like wannabe chotch shit, you know, it's like, oh, I want titanium, and then this is what they do.
Titanium, and then I don't know.
Play
Play a little banjo, baby. Just-
Mishimoto hoses. Hardware's gotta go. Titanium's gotta go. So what we're gonna do is just we obviously I don't know what I'm allowed to say, so we're just gonna make this period correct gangster as fuck. Maybe like look behind you. It'd be like similar to that.
Well, that's all we'll say about that.
We'll tape the intercooler pipe on and shit.
That was one of the really cool things that when I found out about the car, I was like, oh, it has the fine spec. I got to learn a little bit about it. So if you have an RB26 or in Japan, you can actually go to the Omari factory, right? And you can pay to have your motor built
Or you
into
can
a
just
fine
buy
spec.
the crate motor.
Which is very expensive.
Yeah, they're like, well,
It's not like an HKS motor, but still very expensive.
yeah, back in the day they were like 20.
Yeah, I know
A
that
lot more
today you could sell this motor, you know, considering if it wasn't
Probably
toast,
35.
could sell it for a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
So the cool thing is you have all the basics of the fine specs. You have the block, the 24U block, which I think it is. I hope it is. I don't think it's an
We'll know when we
05U.
pull it. I don't know.
But those valve covers are worth like $4 or $5 grand.
valve covers are cool. Actually, just like the the red
like,
valve
looks
cover.
good.
But
Oh, you do.
But the gray is
It's
cool
too many-
because you have all the Nismo.
Too many colors.
a lot
Like if
of-
you did the red with the outside, it's like too many colors.
Too chotch.
Yeah.
Too chachi?
Too chotch.
Chachi. No, I like the gray a lot. The gray is super hype.
So then we're gonna cut the fenders, the front rear, and put bags in.
We're
wide body.
gonna do a bag system with HRE 3-piece.
Bolt-on fender flares.
Yeah.
Won't seam seal the
No.
quarters.
I don't know
Big-
whose YouTube channel you're watching, but not
Yours.
me. Not
Okay,
me.
So I don't know what we're
not
allowed
me.
to say though, because we can't talk about the thing. So we're just talking about the negatives. The wet shot is there. It's
I mean,
already
the full
there.
negatives is that this engine bay looks like it hasn't really been taken care of. Hence, we're missing the fuse box cover, nitrous. It's just, in my opinion, it's not like you. Oh, the blue turbos. Did you ever catch that one?
Yeah, I saw.
I don't know
Somebody
if you
did
could
some weird
see
shit.
that. It's just like not how I would do it. It's cool. It has the ARC intercooler. That's dope.
Next video, we're gonna retest it before we yank it out. But anyway, so I had some dents, fucked up wheels, nitrous, ugly titanium.
Oh, also the
worst
headlights
thing off-
don't. The headlights don't work either.
They don't work.
Well, they work. The bulbs are all out. If you flick on the lights, I think the battery's toast.
Oh hey,
Oh, okay. Well, I do have it. That's actually in pretty good
you
condition.
know what? I know. I bet Josh took it off, but when you had it, I don't know where it was.
No, Josh didn't take it off. The transporters did when they jump started it.
But why didn't he see it when it was at his house?
Maybe I did and I don't remember. I don't know.
Well, you have it.
It's been months since
Look
I've
how
seen
much
this
money
car.
I saved you.
Yeah, 800 bucks. That's actually really good condition too.
Shatters the window. Leaning
I know.
Let's talk about interior.
Yeah, let's go to the other side. Well, first let's talk about this. I hate this. We have to replace these.
These are faded. Super faded. Not ideal. So the interior, I think the interior's
It's not bad.
not bad,
The
but
seat's
the
rough.
seats are
Somebody had
rough.
something weird that caught every time.
Yeah, the bolster.
This is
and-
this is so bad. I hate that this happened.
I think the horn works though.
It does.
Oh, well, when the
hold on.
battery works.
Yeah.
Yeah. That steering wheel is really
Like,
It's so bad.
the steering wheel's gotta go.
It has nothing to do with this car.
Yeah, one thing I thought was cool is it has a Nismo tack, which is really cool.
Yeah, white face gauges. Those are worth about $3,500 right now.
Yeah, the gauges are cool. It's on a Haltech ECU, so it has like, you guys know me, I like my interiors to be like very stock looking. I don't like any aftermarket gauges, I don't like anything. And if you do have it, I like to hide it. So I'm not a fan of this. We don't even know what any of this stuff does. What is this, like fuel pumps, nitrous purge? I don't know.
The nitrous wasn't hooked up.
This is clapped, we can easily do that. But this is the V-spec, so you have the gold trim. This is kind of gross, this is gross. That's slightly cracked, we can replace that. But like, headliner's in pretty good condition. The door cards, I think are pretty good. Carpet's pretty decent. Is that a burn mark right there? I don't even know what that is. It almost looks like a cigarette burn.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know, but that all needs to be changed. Back seat's good, so interior's not bad. We've talked about doing a full interior swap. We'll get to, when we get to that part in the series, you guys will see that, but we'll find out.
So we're gonna try to build this whole car in-house in one series, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna spread this out over, let's say 10 videos.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do engine stuff, interior stuff, exterior stuff, painting some stuff, wheels, suspension, brakes,
Bushings, suspension,
arms,
same thing. Every
axles,
nut and bolt.
clutch.
Carpeting in the back, taillights.
So we're doing a
Headlights.
full on restoration.
This will be the most extensive restoration that's ever been done on the channel. And the most expensive.
It'll definitely be the most
By
expensive.
far.
So TJ, he said, I'm gonna let you do the build. Nice guy TJ is gonna let me pick, I'm gonna say 90% of what you're doing. You pick,
I think we picked it together.
Yeah, no, I know, but you let me influence.
Yeah, no,
90%.
Well,
Some
and that's
things you
one
were
thing
like,
too, and again, that's a big reason as to why I'm here with Tommy. Because to be honest, guys, I never even thought I would be owning this car this early in time, just because it's not legal. I just didn't know that much about it, other than the RB26, all-wheel drive. Like, I just don't know much about this stuff. So when it comes to like parts, there wasn't a lot of stuff I knew about it, and I definitely didn't realize how extensive Nismo parts go. Off of my Supra, there's not that many TRD parts you can do on a Supra, but when it comes to Nismo on an R34, sky is the limit. Like every single thing.
The cool thing about Nismo is they made like catalog cars. They made catalogs. I have some, I'll show you some. With this car, when they made the Z-Tune, which is the most gangster of all R34s, in my opinion, pretty much allowed you to buy every Z-Tune part through the catalog.
Yeah.
Fenders, hood, bumpers, splitters. I mean, they didn't let you do the interior, I don't think. Strut bars, like all the weird shit you could get through the catalog.
Yeah.
So you could clone a Z-Tune. You could even buy the F-Sport engine. You can't buy the one that's a Z-Tune, but you can buy the F-Sport engine. My suggestion to TJ was to make a 2022 TJ Hunt Edition Z-Tune.
And then also Adam's R34 that you guys saw me drive a couple months ago. When I felt how Adam's car drove, I was blown away. So originally my mind wasn't gonna be like, oh, we're gonna replace every bushing, wheel bearings, but Tommy was like, absolutely, you have to.
Well, you said, you're like, oh, the nice thing about Adams is it just felt like a new car. And I was like, it's because it is.
Yeah.
He replaced wheel bearings, bushing, every arm, everything he could buy from the dealer, I'm pretty sure he bought.
Yeah. So that's essentially...
One-upping him, it's gonna be a task.
No, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing
Adam,
it.
You better go round two.
I think
TJ's
he's going,
ready to spend
he
some
is
money.
doing round two soon, I think,
Is he?
actually. Yeah. But it's all right. We'll still be better. That was interior, rear. I guess that was kind of a full walk around.
You have no all-wheel drive, no ABS, no tag, no speedo, no coolant, no fuel.
It's sick, right?
See how they came from the factory like that. Speedo works.
Speedo works, but it
this
won't let me
fucker.
rev past this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the GTR rebuild series. I'm here with Tommy. We are in Connecticut. This is pretty much day one, in my opinion, of the GTR restoration. Tommy and I wanted to start this video in the car. I want you guys to get a sense of what this car is driving like right now, because it's driving like absolute garbage. The tachometer doesn't work, so it's completely dead. All the four-wheel drive, or I guess that's
He's got the Hikes light, a Tesla light, ABS light, the four-wheel drive light. Everything's on.
Everything is on right now, and the car is just running like complete garbage. It won't let me rev past what I would guess to be like 3,000 RPM. The horn works though.
I can't believe someone hooked those little horns up. I turn around right there.
It's very boaty.
It feels good though.
It's pretty smooth, but like it doesn't feel dialed. When you look at it, you wouldn't know anything's wrong with it, but it's just running like
crap. And it almost sounds like we're running on like only half the cylinders too.
Oh, it stinks.
It stinks, yeah, you can smell that.
Whatever damage is done, like we're not like hitting limiter or anything, but I just want to. No, I don't want to. I just want to feel. He's got to get on it. Don't do that. What if you blow a hole in the block?
It'll be worth it. We're going as fast as a Miata right now. It's like the car won't do anything.
All right, when we get back, I'll let you drive my 33 to feel what a Skyline should feel like. You're just. This dude's trying to blow a hole in a Nismo fine spec engine.
It's really stinky. What does that smell?
That's oil.
Sweet.
Are you smoking?
Let's find out.
No, let's not. Why is he doing this? I want you to know I didn't suggest this, and this was completely unplanned. I thought we were gonna go for a chill cruise to just see how the car felt. You're gonna blow it up.
All right, I'm stopping.
Okay, so
we're neutral.
Pull this back around, and we'll let Josh put it on the lift because we're taking this thing apart. This has got to come apart before you break it more. I feel like if I can make it not run, you won't be able to break it.
Dude, it doesn't sound good at all. This steering wheel is brutal.
Okay,
that sounds good.
Let's not do that.
All right, we're gonna go jump in Tommy's R34, see what a real GTR is supposed to feel like.
This is my GTR. Just picked it up. Haven't gone through it really yet, but we'll see how it is.
This is my first time driving an R33. I'll say this, and there might be people in the comments that are like, what do you mean? Remember that one video you drove so-and-so's car? I don't think I've ever driven a GTR other than Adam's. I've never driven a 32. I've never driven a 33. To be honest, the 33 to me is like the ugliest of them all, but they're kind of growing on me ever since I've seen the 400R. I was like, damn, that one looks good.
The 33 is the most period correct Skyline in existence. This was the height of the 90s. It's like the Supra. You know what I mean? Like the Supra's so JDM.
All right, well, here we go. First time driving a GTR. R33. Ooh, the brakes, you're right, are so touchy,
They're
dude.
so grabby. All right, let's see what you think.
It's way faster than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my God, oh, the brakes, whoa. Holy shit, that scared me. I just rested my foot on the brakes, and I don't know if you can see it, but like wow.
It's sick, right?
Yeah, it's very cool. So this is stock-ish?
It's got some mods. It's got like a Power FC and exhaust.
Okay, so pretty much stock.
Yeah.
So I drove my Veilside RX-7 before I like cut it up. It was stock, and that was the first time I've ever driven a stock like 90s car in a long time. Like I drove my Supra stock a long time ago, but my FD felt really good, but it was like pretty slow-ish.
Yeah.
This makes me feel like I'm in initial D.
Yeah, doesn't it? That's that feeling. That's why you buy these instead of those Lambos.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The JDM cars. Oh, so we're turning around.
There's a truck there.
Okay. The JDM cars just.
They just do it.
They just hit differently. I mean, dude, I sold my Lambo for my R34, so like.
Love to hear it.
I'm completely behind that movement. Something in the way cars were built in the 90s, the way they handle, the way you feel connected, just the way they like smell. I don't know, dude. It's just, it hits different, and it's like an obsession. It's really nice in here too. The interior is really nice.
Yeah, we're gonna clean up some stuff. It's down this road, but
Dude, the brakes, they're very
you
aggressive.
Literally just like rest your foot on it.
Yeah, you just tap it and it's like very aggressive. The top end is pretty long. That's what's really cool, is that the boost doesn't fall off. It like is pretty consistent all the way to redline. Dude, it is very nimble. It feels super light on its feet.
Yeah, the turn.
And it weighs, like, what, 3,400 pounds, something like that?
These are like high 32s. This car now is like probably making like 320, 3.
Oh, that's super low still. Yeah.
But it's like,
no, but it scoots. It feels good.
If you were on like a track,
it would be great.
You would have a blast in this car.
In the right setting, when you're not trying to do like a quarter mile or anything, this is plenty. It's very usable, which is really cool. I mean, it's kind of what we were talking about too with the 34 is we don't want to build R34 to just be like some crazy straight line powerhouse. We want it to be usable in the canyon. That's what like the GTR is all about. Just for the hell of it, because Tommy and I are so impressed with these brakes, we're gonna go like, I don't know,
as fast as we can with traffic.
As fast as we can with the traffic, and then Tommy's gonna slam on the brakes as hard as possible. And we just want to see what it feels like. You guys will never be able to pick up.
What you have to do is put it by your face and just like try to
imagine.
Try to brace yourself and see how much it moves you.
All right, here's the raw POV, baby.
We're doing 60.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh my God, I'm a little scared.
Well, I like stopped it too soon.
Oh yeah. All right, well that concludes our test drive of the 33 stock GTR. Feels really good. Now let's go inside. Let's figure out what's wrong with this 34 motor. We have the R34 back in the shop. It's already on the lift. We're gonna start breaking this thing down and figuring out what's wrong with it.
TJ
But
put a hole
before
in
we
the
do
engine.
that, I tried to, it didn't work. I wanna introduce you guys to Josh.
What's up, guys?
What would be your description of who you are in this facility?
Basically, I am the caretaker of these cars in a sense.
Oh, I'm the wedding planner. I said he's the executioner. He executes.
So I'm the guy with the mask that pulls the thing.
You're the guy with the guillotine that actually kills people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm technically King Chach and he's the executioner.
I want to take a second to give a little bit of a spotlight on what we have right here. Tommy and I just looked it up to make sure we had all of our facts straight about this. You want to take it away?
I'll take it away. This is a final edition fine spec. So the fine spec was the newest up-to-date specifications you could get from Nismo. That includes all N1 parts. And if you don't know, the N1 is their race program. N1 pistons, N1 rods, N1 block, 24U. Everyone knows about that. This is as much as you could get in, I don't know when it came out, 2015 or something, of their technology and their information. They put into one engine. They limited this to 200 units.
Yeah, and I saw right here, this is 102 out of 200. I don't know
I
if
wish
there
it was.
It's pretty cool.
420 of 200, you know.
Or 69.
Or 69 would be cool.
That'd be really dope too. The guy, whoever has 69, reach out to me. I'm
Get
down.
at me.
I'm down to swap VINs with you if you're down to do it. Yeah, swap.
Don't say that too loud there, Fed guy.
So this motor is extremely special, and it was actually one of the biggest reasons as to why I was so desperate to get this car. When I found out about what this motor was and how special it was, I was like, damn, I really, really want to get this car. So I'm hyped that it's here and that it passes Tommy's street cred. Cool motor.
Super cool.
So
like one of the coolest.
That's a compliment coming from this guy, everyone.
There's 200 of them.
It's pretty sweet.
There's less of these than these.
And there's not a lot of 34s compared to 33s and 32s, correct?
44,032s, 14,033s, someone can correct me, and I think 11,034.
Pretty cool.
Low numbers.
Pretty cool. All right, Josh, what are we gonna do here?
Kind of have suspicions based on what you're saying that it's a head gasket failure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this guy, and I'm going to pull this guy, we're going to pull the valve covers, and we're going to do a leak down on all 6. And we're going to pop this too and see if we can get pressure coming out of here or a crankcase. Just kind of give us an engine health analysis, especially since it's warm now. It'll be more accurate. Most of the time I do this cold and I factor into that just because it's on a stand or whatever. But
Thankfully, someone removed your front splitter and your under tray for you and sold them for a bunch of money. And your rear one.
Yep.
Thankfully, your car's missing 15 grand worth of carbon.
Yeah, that was one really sweet thing about this pickup is it was missing a bunch of aero. Anyways,
but you got a 40% of a nitrous kit for free.
I know, and it's a purge right to the intercooler, which we found literally this morning.
Spout.
It's pretty interesting. I never knew people did that, and apparently they did that because it was a way to cool down the intercooler.
You're a big Fast and Furious guy.
I know, dude.
Paul Walker.
Call me Paul.
Silver car. I'm not gonna call you Paul. Not gonna do that.
All right, boys, let's get into it.
So the first step is we're at TDC1. We've injected the cylinder with 100 PSI, and this is really good. You want it to be the same number. So if this is 100 in and it's reading 90 in the cylinder, then that's a 10% loss. So as of now, we're good on 1.
Yeah, what we're gonna find is when there's a bad cylinder.
It should be cylinder 3.
Cylinder 3 and 4, which is what happened to Dustin's car. And that's usually lean condition situation.
So it should not be making that much noise.
It's pretty 1-to-1 so far. Right now is where
Oh, because you'd see a loss on
this side.
That one. Okay, but you can hear
pressure
it.
in, this is cylinder pressure. So at 100, we're at 100.
That's
the noise
understood.
you're hearing is just PCB. That's normal.
Okay, so this is the one that should have an issue, allegedly. That scared the fuck out of me. Did it turn over?
Yeah, I knew it would.
Here we go, we're about to be at hundo. That one's at 92. So that's your cylinder 3. It's only 8%.
Yeah, that's not as bad as what I was told. All right, so now this is cylinder 6. And it's looking good.
Like 95.
When we purchased the car, we knew that there was an issue. What they told me was when the motor was cold, cylinder 3 had 22 PSI out of 100 and cylinder 4 had like, I think it was 40% or 40 PSI out of 100. But once the car got to operating temperature, then you saw a difference and you got numbers what we're seeing right now. So we have previous knowledge that it is hurt and the car smokes like crazy out the back. So
this is a very mild head gasket.
So the engine's fine.
Okay.
Which is great.
So we should talk about our plan. Maybe not on camera. I don't know how you want to handle this. You can leave this in the video. There's no reason taking part of good vibes.
Tommy, we're this deep.
We can get a different engine and save. And if this engine's worth what it's worth, either you keep it or you sell it. But it's silly to tear apart a perfectly good fine spec engine that needs a head gasket.
I'll fill you guys in just a moment of what we're talking about.
Josh, this one we're at like 85.
So on the last one, we're at 85, and you can hear quite a bit of hissing. I don't feel much through oil galleys, but I can feel air coming out of number 5. You can feel it's light cooler in that spot.
Yeah, so
what it means is that your head gasket between cylinders is bridge blown in between. So you can get a little bit pressurizing PCV, but it's mainly just swapping across 2 cylinders.
meaning that when it gets warm, it's kind of sealing it thermally. It's like, you know, expanding and kind of sealing it. This is a perfectly fine engine that needs a head gasket, but
It's not as bad as we thought.
it's not nearly as bad as we thought. I thought because of the nitrous is what did it. I thought because of the nitrous, it would be like a piston rings or something like that. But it explains why you had white smoke, because you said you had white smoke when we were on the phone.
Head gasket.
Head gasket. Coolant's getting from that into that area somehow.
I'm gonna do my best to explain this. This is a really, really, really big wrench thrown into plans,
It's almost like a wrench taken out of the
but it's more of a wrench going in the plan.
It's wrench going into the plans, but a wrench getting removed from your
It's a really bad, good situation.
Yeah.
It's a really bad, good situation. So what we're talking about, the information that I was given, I was under the impression that we had bad cylinders 3 and 4. So we were like, okay, we have to rebuild the motor. Now this is a fine spec motor, as Tommy already kind of explained. 1 of 200. It's factory spec. It's very rare. It's just very, very cool and unique. There's not a lot of them. And a good way to explain it is imagine buying a R34. This was Tommy's example, and it being midnight purple, and then you like respraying it white. Right now, we were under the impression it was blown. We had to take it apart. We have to ruin the fine spec, but we have to do it. It's blown motor. But now what we've just discovered is that it's actually just a head gasket. So now that it's just actually a head gasket, you could just replace that and still keep the fine spec of what it is, and it still has that authenticity of an authentic Nismo motor, you know, still keeping...
It's back to the analogy. It's the equivalent of like having a Midnight Purple 2 R34, but putting like a Z-Tune hood on it.
Yeah.
It's
like,
not quite ruining the Midnight Purple, but it is modifying the originality of the car.
but still keeping the
But
authenticity.
still keeping it. It's OEM, whatever. So
we-
we would put a Nismo head gasket and head studs and make it slightly better because the head studs.
That's what we could do right now. But this whole entire plan that Tommy and I wanted to like kind of secretly, you know, announce as a really big video was, screw it, it's blown. We're gonna go from a 2.6 and we're gonna do the HKS 2.8. And then we were also gonna throw V-Cam on top of it as well and just completely ball out and build a really cool motor.
So it would be the equivalent of putting a full Z-Tune body kit on your Midnight Purple 2. I think it's gangster as hell. It's a little crazy.
So at the moment, we were gonna say, screw it, open it up, tear it all apart, lose the authenticity. Let's make a 1 of 1 fine spec HKS 2.8 RB motor. Very cool, very unique. But now that the motor's actually intact, we don't have to open it. So we're pressed with this uncomfortable decision of, I've already purchased all of the parts. This right here, and I think Tommy can back it up, this is
So we got
this big move here.
V-Cam step 2. We've got a 287 mil step 0. So this is a high response, quick revving. It's not for 1,000 horsepower. It's for 500-600 horsepower. We did 87 because we weren't sure if your engine was blown. Luckily, we own a couple 86.5, so we can swap this with another customer who needs an 87. But since your engine isn't blown,
It's like almost a sin to put this in the fine spec motor
this
because
is
it doesn't
painting your
need it.
Midnight Purple 2, Midnight Purple 3 now. Now we're getting deep
Yeah,
into the
it's like-
analogy. It's
so-
weird, it's cool. I love it because, to be fair, I've said this before, the Nismo engines aren't that special. I love them, I love OEM Plus, I love Nismo, I love you. Nismo, I love you. But they're not that exciting. They're more like historical and cool.
It's cool because of what it is. It's not like it gives you some crazy performance outcome over another motor.
Right, it
It's
doesn't.
just cool. We're pressed with a really tough decision here. Do we keep the fine spec motor, and they're expensive. I mean, compared to a normal RB26.
I bet if that was in a crate, it would be like 35, 40 grand right now.
As opposed to like,
What are you asking?
another motor, 15 grand?
That might be more because the 34 engine's probably worth like 20.
We have a very special motor.
Are you going to tell them what you're doing?
Yeah.
Or are you going to leave it open right now?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do.
Oh, you still don't know?
We don't know what to do, guys.
I know.
Do we either say screw it and install the 2.8 and make a 2.8 HKS V-Cam?
So my idea, we take an R and we make it say finer spec.
We just make a finer spec. I mean, because can we show them what these look like?
Yeah, you
so
can
they
show
get
'em on
okay. So when you do the HKS V cam and you ball out, you actually get a really cool looking valve cover, cam cover, I guess you would call it.
So here it is, and it says HKS power. This is an HKS crate motor. So the reason you get this valve cover is because there's a sensor built into here, there's a sensor here, this is all to control the V-cam. So what I wanted to do to your engine is I wanted to do a 2.8 in the bottom, I wanted to do a V-cam, which is only on the intake side, and I wanted to color match the cam to the fine spec engine cam, and then have like this HKS fine spec Nismo thing going on, and we were gonna do, I mean, I guess I won't tell him.
Hold on. Yeah, don't tell him that, but here. So imagine popping the hood.
Yeah, we can just place
This is gonna be sick. So not only is a fine spec motor 1 of 200 very rare, I wouldn't imagine anyone has modified it like this. Imagine popping the motor and having this all be the fine spec color, and it being like HKS power V-cam, Nismo, fine spec, and then also ours right here has the Nismo plate. So you have this weird Frankenstein.
It's like the coolest collab.
Yeah.
It's like if TJ Hunt and Adam LZ had a baby.
Yeah, and this would be it.
Yeah, and
so
then
we're
like punched it a couple times.
rough it up a little bit.
Yeah, made it tough.
Like that's
it.
That's this like crazy idea we had, and we've been planning this for months, and me and Tommy were super hyped. Now I'm like, do I still do it? I think we do. Leave comments down below. Do we send it? Do we go full send? Do we not send it? Do we build another car and put the fine spec motor in it? Find another R26?
That's what everyone's gonna say.
I don't know. I feel like people understand how amazing this 34 is. They know how much it means to me. This is the all-time. I will never, ever.
Car. I want to hear you say dream car.
It's my dream car.
Yeah.
It's my dream car. I mean,
JDM
no, but
car.
all BS aside, I mean, this is it for
Holy
me.
Grail.
This is it for me. I don't. Maybe if one day I bought like a M-Spec NER or something.
But imagine you bought an M-Spec NER. You had a fine spec engine you could put in it.
We're gonna give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek on some of the stuff we have for this car. I'm not gonna tell you guys all the mods are doing, although we are redoing the car 100%. But these just showed up in the mail. Tommy is antsy to see them. I've never seen them. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys what we got in the box. This is the wheels we are going to be running on the R34.
This is like the last release. So they do like batches, I think, because I thought they were discontinued, and now they're, you know, these were just done. As soon as I saw them, I said, Tej.
That's
all right, you ready? Step back. You ready? Fast or slow?
Slow.
Oh, you're a slow guy, okay.
Damn, that's so hard. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So these are
18, 10 and a half, 15 squared. These are real boys. So these are Z-Tune spec.
I wonder why we're going
theme.
Z-Tune.
You'll see a theme with this build.
Yeah, that's weird. Another Nismo piece. That's very interesting. These are gangster LMGT4s.
Look at this. Ooh. I'm not gonna stick it in, but damn, I like this one.
I love how that's machined, and they also dyed that red. I love that they put.
You think they use food coloring when you say dyed, or do you think they just painted it?
Thought it was a Sharpie. That's super
stems
sweet.
in there, and there's your certificate of authenticity.
If there's a Nismo option for this car, we got it.
Oh, you're gonna say that?
I just kind of want to flex it.
There's a lot of Nismo options, my guy.
Give me one Nismo thing we're not doing.
I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, we're doing everything.
You showed him the steering wheel. Are you even? No, we don't even know if you're gonna run that.
I don't even know when.
We don't even know if you're gonna run that in this car. But let's just show him a wheel I got for you.
Oh, I'm running this in this car.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, yeah, of course. What else?
It's a little, you know, it's a little aftermarkety. I like it. No. I just didn't know if that was
what other wheel would we do?
I like the Mines wheel, but you're doing a Nismo, so.
It has to be Nismo.
Are you gonna cover it with this every night before you go to bed?
No.
Come on. New wheel release.
Yeah.
Put the horn button on. This is an OG thing that they did with Miatas.
That's fire. The fact that it has.
It's about to get more fire. So if you want to look a little more, I feel like that makes it look like more OEM, like more.
I agree. I just wish that was colored, so it stood out more.
Well, the cool thing is when you hit that, it just pushes this horn button behind it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a an airbag simulation.
Just supposed to look like less aftermarket. I think was the goal, and there it is.
So that's how it can look. It looks, dude. It's
give it a. Oh yeah, you like that.
It reminds me of is that real leather?
Yeah, it's an apple leather, my guy.
Yeah, it literally smells like an exotic.
This is a Nismo catch can oil separator.
Oh, we did do that.
We did that. This is really cool. You ready? So that's a rear tow hook.
We did this too.
We did this too. We did a front one too that I don't have yet. And then this is really cool. This is your carbon exhaust shield from Nismo. It's really cool. Just because you don't want to melt the bumper or anything. So I got one just because they were available. But I bought you one, so this could be yours. The new one could be, it doesn't matter.
If it's an option,
You did it.
we did it. That's all I'm gonna say.
If I have a gift for TJ, you can have this.
This is news to me, everyone.
I told him to take out his camera. This is the Skyline GTR R34 dealer brochure set.
That's really cool.
So that you can have that. I don't have a 34 and I'm not getting one. So I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Tommy.
Guess how much that was?
I would have no idea.
It's like, I think it was like 300 bucks.
For this.
But
this
I
was
feel
probably
like,
free back in the day too.
come over to my Motul corner, valve guy. This has never been opened.
Well, now you just opened it.
Well, it was mine, so.
Well, it's not anymore.
Crown, I don't know why that's in there. Crown 3.5. Don't know what this means, but that's an F40.
It's an F40 with some nice F40 wheel. Ooh, sheesh.
So, all right, so here's your optional catalog. This is the stuff, optional parts catalog. This is stuff you can get from the dealer when it was new. Gold badges, you'll see.
The gold
that,
badges.
The V-Spec hood.
2 hood.
V-Spec 2. And then this is the old Weldina exhaust, air filter, brakes, you know, whatever. Radios, Kenwood.
Oh,
These
from
are like-
factory?
yeah.
Wow.
And then you've got the MFD. I don't know what any of this says, but you can get like nav for those, you know,
Yeah.
TV and navigation. And then this one, gold badges.
That's sick.
Those special floor mats. I don't know what that is, but it's something with the mirror.
That's really cool. Dude,
Now-
I wish they still did this today.
I know.
To this like level.
So these are the specs for like,
Oh, this is really cool.
yeah, that's the N1. The N1 came on the exposed V-Spec 2 hood, carbon. And then there,
Whoa.
yeah. I don't see any midnight.
Oh, is that midnight?
No, that's GV1, that's black. They must have a special color page because all these are V-Spec 2s. So actually you can't have this because you have a V-Spec 1, so I'm gonna keep this.
Shut it.
Look at it, crash.
Look at this.
There's a blowout.
Wow.
So sick.
Dude, I love
Look
the
at how
detail.
good the-
I was like, dude,
It's
I don't
like
know
a
if you can see
sticker.
it. It's like gloss and then matte. Like all of the like pictures are gloss finish.
I'm regretting
Tommy's regretting
giving
this.
it.
Yeah, I could tell.
I never opened it.
I'm enjoying it.
That's sick.
Well, that concludes a complete 4-minute walkthrough of the V-Spec 2
And optional parts. Hold
catalog.
on. Hold on. This is from the dealer. This was $21.
Wow.
When it was
That's
the receipt.
That's sick.
See, this is
Now
why
I got
now
proof.
you'll get why I love all this shit.
No, I feel
this
it.
is like this is a time machine, you know?
I agree.
You got to go back. You have a 34. You got to go back to the dealer and get your dealer brochure, even though it's the wrong one.
Josh has single-handedly dropped the motor out from the subframe. Seems like the superior way to do it.
Hey, y'all crazy, man. That's not
See ya. Dude, those turbos are sick.
They're fucking stupid.
Apparently there's some wiring mishap over here.
I think fucking Dawson Williams wired this motherfucker.
Oh my. Oh, holy moly. Nice, dude.
That's the worst I've seen in any of these cars.
Dude, Calvin does a better wire job than that. Oh, dude. What a disrespectful thing to do. Yikes. Well, that's what you don't want to see. The unfucking
Of your 34.
begins. So it's now the next day. The whole entire bay is stripped and the motor is being broken down by Josh right now. Tommy was just explaining to me some of the deletes that are going to be done on this cooling system.
Basically, we'd get rid of this whole unit, and in doing so, we have to delete this, and then it looks like this.
We're also going to be relocating the oil filter as well because it's in a really annoying spot.
So the homies at Triple S Motorsports build these really cool block adapters to go to like 2AN, and then from there, we gotta walk around so fucking much.
Dude, you need a smaller shop, dude.
Yeah, that's what I need. So then from there, we gotta adjust Bowman's because his intake manifold's massive. From there, the two lines come up, go to this Greddy thermostatic oil filter housing. So what that means is in this is a thermostat. When oil hits temperature, it opens and allows it to run down to the cooler, which is located here. So that's your oil cooler. That's how it all works. So we'll do something like this for your car. It'll just make it easy to change the oil.
A lot nicer. I hate having to change oil when it's like on the side of the block and it just gets everything disgusting.
Yeah, you're like reaching down here. The oil filter's too tight.
So sweet, that's getting disassembled.
The number one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these turbos, we're gonna send them to Dustin because he loves blue so much. He loves blue so much.
We're gonna use Greddy cam gear bolts to hold on all the charge.
Yeah,
pipe.
all the charge pipes will be held on.
Did you put the adjustable cam gears in yet?
Yeah, they're in.
Okay.
They're in.
All right,
they're
sweet.
loose. We left them
But
loose.
look at how clean
Okay.
this is.
So basically, if you leave them loose, you have variable cam timing.
Oh.
It's a poor man's V cam, which matches. the
It's just
budget.
not when you want it to move.
Oh, jeez, you guys. This actually a
Really
pretty
clean.
clean. Yeah.
So here's the most important part of this block. Josh.
you gonna find the stamp?
Right there. See, what does it say?
24U.
So that's an N1 piece. Higher nickel content in the block. They say it's stronger. Everyone's gonna go, Motive DVD said it's not. I don't think it's in Nissan's best interest to build 3 different blocks for no reason. Motive, DVD, They tested them. I think their test was a little flawed, but supposedly there's the 05U, basic bitch block, the TJ Hunt of blocks. There's the 24U, which we'll say is like the Josh block, little upgrade, you know.
A little upgrade.
Then there's the Triple R boy, and that's me. The Triple R Z, the Triple R Z Tune. It's the best one. You have the best, like, realistic. You know how much a Triple R block's 20 grand.
Oh wow.
This block is like 7 now. 05U is like 4,500 bucks.
So it's just stronger. It's a stronger block.
So anyway, this is a great block to use for you.
Sweet.
It's the same that's my HKS engine, you know, so.
World's first 2.8 fine spec.
For sure, hands down.
That's pretty cool.
I just think no one's crazy enough, except for old Tej.
Call me stupid.
Okay, you're stupid. TJ comes in here, he's like, oh, my car's going to SEMA. And we're like, oh, okay, dude. And I was like, oh, whose booth? And you said you named all these sponsors, 300 sponsors. I was like, and then one of them was McGuire's, and I was like, they're not gonna want this piece of shit in their booth. It needs to be painted.
This paint, being 25 years old, not being the best taken care of, looks really good from 5 feet away. I would say it's a 5-footer car.
I'd say it's like a 3-footer.
Okay, we'll call it a 3-footer car. So we were kind of just talking off camera a little bit about, do we just go ahead and respray the whole entire car? Which I think to some degree, like, my biggest hesitation is, oh, well, if you respray the original paint, like, there are some areas that have been painted, yeah. So we were just discussing about just repainting the whole entire car. Just because there are some random areas, like right here's a good one we were looking at. This is the top of the trunk, has a scratch in it. And sure, you could touch it up and do this and that, but it's like, our logic is, if we're going to do the extent of doing everything, why cheap out? I say cheap out. Why not just push a little far? Why skip it and go a little bit farther? It's just gonna make my wallet cry even more. But
I said, well, if you paint the car, there's benefits and negatives. One of them being, you got to take the glass out, but you need new trim anyway. He said, yeah, we need to do all new trim. I think for such an old car that's getting so many panels painted, it's crazy to not, especially if you're taking the trim off, paint, because that's when you paint.
Well, I want all this to be redone.
Well, that's when you paint.
Can you get this new?
You have to buy this whole window. But yes, and it's cheap.
What about this?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean this stuff.
This trim all needs to be painted. You take that off. If you paint it right now, you have a seat. You have a line.
Yeah.
If you take this off and you paint all the way into the pinch weld,
then it's.
You put the glass in. You have a brand new car, and you told me you wanted a brand new car.
Yeah.
So we're painting it.
Some of you guys could be asking, well, why don't you just do all the stuff now, drive it, enjoy it, and then repaint it later? Well, the whole point is the motor's out. This is the biggest thing. It's like if we were gonna paint the car, you know, do a full respray on it at some point in time, you'd want to do it with the motor completely out and stripped, and we're at that moment in time where it is out. Motor is out, the bay's gonna get sprayed, and if there's ever a time to do it, this would be the most logical time, but it's like, wow, do you want to spend another fatty chunk on top of your fatty chunk that I just like budgeted for myself? Maybe leave some feedback down below, give me some supportive, positive comments. You could do it, Tej, just spray the whole thing. It's probably gonna happen anyway, but I just wanted to fill you guys in on that conversation because this is a pretty wild build, and every conversation we have is pretty wild with it. So that being said, we're gonna move on to the dry ice blast.
This is the most expensive piece of shop equipment we have.
Really?
The whole system, right? This is a small guy, ICS Evo, little gangster boy. Okay, so see this stuff? This is from dry ice blasting. That's undercoat. Whoa. So this is what I use to clean. No, just kidding. I do, but it's not really why I bought it. So this thing demands 175 PSI.
Looks like a rifle.
Shoots like a rifle too. So what we're first gonna do is I'm gonna show you the power of this since we're painting the bay. You'll need those earmuffs. And on my freezer, there's a face shield and a pair of glasses. Grab them, they're brand new. So I'll show you what it can do to your bay, because we're gonna paint this anyway. Then I'll show you what it can do to your transmission.
Oh. Is it that loud?
Josh, you disconnect the other guy. It will make you go. Do you want to pull the trigger?
No, I don't
Just listen. Really. That's not on. Ooh, we're getting some pressure now, boy. We're gonna go earless just for a second so you can hear it.
Okay.
Okay, not that bad. Stand near it for 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure it'll blow your ears out. Whoa, bionic shield.
Call out areas.
I would go like right.
You want to go with the least cool first, which is just barnacles, right?
Yeah.
Cover your ears. Here we go.
Damn. It takes off all of like the white crap on top.
Yeah, which is just...
You can see the difference from here and there.
So this is where it gets cool. Watch your eyes, Josh.
Look at where the sticker like protected it entirely.
Yep.
That's like the color if we got a brand new trans, that's what it would look like. Dang.
You would know if you bought a brand new trans.
You would
Watch
bought brand
this.
new trans.
What do you think?
That's pretty cool.
Give me some ice.
Wow.
Now, we're gonna show you its real power. I'm gonna try to remove some paint from your bay.
It just, wow, okay. Josh gonna feed in some more ice.
That's overspray.
Damn.
It brought it down to like an E-coat of sorts.
Damn, that's sick. So does the whole entire bay have to get this treatment done to it?
It doesn't have to. I probably will just do it just because I guess it doesn't need it. I don't know. Places, certain spots will in my spot treat, like you see up there and over there. And we just want to get them good. And then like the hard to reach areas, right? Because like you can't sand in that.
Yeah.
So I'll dry ice blast it, and the cool thing about that versus sandblasting is sandblasting creates like heat and can warp panels, especially thin metal. The dry ice blaster won't do that. You know, nobody can get in this crack with a sander, but I can just spray dry ice. No one can get, you know, around this. No one can get around these, like wherever your hand can't get. So we'll sand the whole thing, and then we'll go in there. Get her done, as they say.
Do you do the underside of the car too?
Yeah, that's what it specializes in.
Oh yeah.
So when we drop your rear subframe, we'll use it all underneath there.
And just get rid of all the grime.
Can I get enough hose to kind of get underneath this car? All right, so ready?
Yeah.
We got covered.
Yeah, we just got blasted.
What do you think?
Wow.
So that's just like a quick, I didn't want to go too deep, but we are going to pull all this off because we'll be re-undercoating the wheel well.
Yeah.
But I could pull that undercoating pretty much off the car.
That's epic. So the head is off the car, and that means the head gasket is off. And as you guys remember, we determined that it was a head gasket leak. So Josh is inspecting it right now. Do you see anything super telling? I mean,
this is a little wider than normal. I mean, it could have been in between. Here, you're a little bit closer. But like this cylinder is a lot cleaner than the others, like in the head wise.
And I see it on the piston too. The piston's
because when you'd inject this one, it would blow out this one and vice versa. You can tell which ones had bad lash. This says that the valves are filled with sodium and some other like thing that you have to be careful when you dispose of them. Never seen that sticker before? No. It's kind of cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, you see how this piston's like a little cleaner here and here? That would be your cylinder 5.
Yeah.
Which is where your cylinder 4 was leaking into.
Yeah.
It's metal head gasket, I don't know. It doesn't even matter what the failure was because TJ committed to just ruining a fine spec.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. So 2.8 cylinder way, which is pretty cool. We didn't open any of the boxes or anything.
Crank, rods, pistons, V cam, 600 minimum on E.
Yeah.
You'll be making 600 wheel minimum on E.
That's a lot.
I'm thinking you'll probably make closer to like 630, 640, but depends on the dyno.
And also too, that's what we are going, we'll probably talk about this later in the videos, but that's what we're choosing to stop at. It's not like,
Right,
you know, this isn't supposed to be a 1,000 horsepower car. I have a Supra for a fast straight line.
This will smoke it.
In a straight line?
Yeah. You'll see.
I don't know about that. Supra's
How much power?
750 wheel.
On whose dyno?
On Dynapack hub.
Yeah, so it's 650 wheel.
750 wheel.
On a Mustang dyno, it's 650. It doesn't
Well,
get trapped.
the race will
Does it
happen.
spin in first and second?
Okay, I'm talking about a freeway roll, like a third to fourth. Like so,
Well,
like a
everyone does.
it's like a 70
either
roll.
60 to 130.
Sure, my Supra would win.
34.
No doubt. The video will have to come. But this car is
till you
designed to
feel
be
the power,
a
man.
canyon back road monster. Already 600 horsepower on canyons is a hell of a lot. So we're choosing to stop there.
You might die. I'm telling you, the power band with that V-cam versus a 750 horsepower Supra, you will pull lengths. Maybe the Supra will come back, but you will pull lengths in the beginning.
I'm gonna have to agree. And I'm not really like biased, even though I work on
Lengths.
Skylines.
Sure,
I'm
maybe
not
in the
biased.
beginning, maybe more mid-range.
It's just gonna be more everything. That
Yeah, we'll
V-cam
see.
is a magician.
Okay, well, I'm like arguing with just 2 of my cars. It'll be cool if this wins. I don't really care regardless. But
If you lose, you still won.
if I lose, I still won. Okay, so we are picking up a good majority. How do we?
Massive majority.
So Tommy, where are we?
We're in California.
Okay.
We're at Trust Kakaku. We're at TKGT Cars. So Trust Kakaku, huge dealer of Nismo stuff, everything over in Japan. Decided to come to the US, which we love. We love when the Japanese companies come here and they shipped their stock with them. So they explained to us, and they've explained to me, when the owner started seeing Skylines popping off. He started scooping up everything.
Years ago.
20 years ago.
That's incredible.
Started scooping up everything. So my 34 transmission came from there. Like stuff that has been long discontinued, he bought the last stock of. I'm sure Nismo called him and was like, hey, we got 5 of these transmissions. He just scoop them. And if you look at their warehouse in Japan, it's massive. Actually, you could just look at Trust Kikaku's YouTube.
Yeah.
They show it all. But
that's really cool. I didn't know they had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, they opened up this place and
this is their Western
this is their
facility.
US
this
distributor.
Is their US distributor.
So they're new. They just moved in here last week. Yeah,
wow.
So they're fresh.
That's really cool.
So we place a massive order, mostly for you, partially for me and a couple other customers, small stuff. But we won't talk numbers, but we placed the largest order they've ever had.
Big
I
flex.
think it's pretty cool.
Big flex.
So this is a really cool part of the series because I didn't expect this to happen, and it just worked out that this place is only an hour from my house. So rather than Tommy using our budget to ship these parts to Connecticut, he's actually picking up Dustin's car in real time that we're filming this and another car. So he was like, hey, let's just have the truck driver come with the enclosed and pick up all of your parts and some of his parts, save I don't know, they said 5 digits in shipping. So let's go in, look inside. There's tons of stuff. And I guess this part in the video we haven't shown you guys what we've ordered or what we've done, but when I went to Tommy, I was like, Tommy, we need to build the best. To be the best, you gotta have the best. So
I'm gonna tell him what you actually said.
Okay, what did I say?
I gotta build a better R34 than Adam.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
You said it.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah,
Adam, he's coming for you.
Yeah, no shame.
He's coming for your neck.
So I don't even know where to start, Tommy, to be honest. I don't know what all these boxes are.
Let's talk about what you're doing, and then we'll talk about what we've acquired. Because this is the holy grail Skyline parts.
Yeah.
I don't even think you understand.
I do, but not to the extent that you do.
There's a Z-Tune. The Nismo Z-Tune. It's the baddest R34. And luckily that was like a catalog car. And it came with a bunch of dry carbon parts, a bunch of cool parts. And rather than do kind of what normal car companies do and not let people buy it, Nismo's like, well, let's make money on these YouTubers. And they release the parts, and they're really high quality parts. So in this box is the most special one, I think. Well, the second most.
Should we open it?
We can open it.
I think we do.
I say we open it for the video.
I say we do just for the video. This is a lot of body pieces, but it's also a lot of just, other pieces. For example, Tommy's like, yeah, let's just reorder Nismo lower control arms, so brand new arms, new bushings, new everything.
One of the things you said was Adam's car felt like a new car.
Yeah.
And this is the only way to make a car feel like a new car.
So we could have gone the cheaper route, and we could have just sandblasted and then just replaced the bushings, but.
So the problem with aluminum is when you press stuff out and press stuff in, it's softer material.
So you can bend it or...
It will oval or oblong it and make the bushings not fit tight. So realistically, aluminum arms are not the most serviceable piece. So we got just front control arms, not a big deal. These are newly released Club Racer spec parts. So Nismo has a program called CRS. They make Club Racer parts. This is a tow hook, so when you crash, they can pull you out of the woods.
Pull me out. Yeah,
exhaust shield. And then this is the most gangster part. This is a dry carbon Z-Tune fender. Even Adam's sleeping on these.
So this is the fenders that you'll see on our R34 we have in Japan, the Bayside Blue. I'll throw a picture
Wait, you were
up.
fiberglass.
I don't know. I'm sure it's fiberglass. So a lot of all of these Z-Tune pieces come in fiberglass, but for the unnecessary customers who just want to spend the money, aka me, baby, they offer it in carbon.
I gotta rip it. We gotta touch it.
To open it.
Just a little. Just
it's ours.
Look at that weave. Dry. Tell them what you're gonna be doing to it.
Damn. We'll be painting them.
You'll be covering it in some paint.
But as Tommy said, we can show the one part that you'll be able to see. We're gonna leave this inside portion right here, dry carbon. So the whole entire kit, other than the front bumper, so we have, how many carbon pieces are there technically?
Hood, fenders, bumper, front splitter, rear diffuser.
Those all came in carbon? Well, we got them all in carbon?
We got them all in carbon.
Could have gotten them in all fiberglass.
Could have gotten them in all fiberglass and saved about 50%.
But we had to send it.
You had to go full carbon.
So these fenders are super cool. You'll notice, the real dead giveaway when you see it is you'll see this flare come out on the top of the fender. So we got these brand new box, which is very cool.
They came with specific fender liners.
Really?
Because they're wider.
Wow,
so
I didn't
need
really...
a different fender liner.
Damn, Street Hunter, step your game up, dude. That's baller.
That's super cool.
And that's really cool because a lot of all this stuff is OEM.
That's the beauty of
this
OEM.
This isn't technically aftermarket parts, which is the coolest thing about Nismo. Out of all of the other, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Nissan made pretty much their own aftermarket parts, and they are able to supply fender liners, which I don't know, it's just the cool stuff to kind of have the extra details is what really amazes me about Nismo, which is why I've really fallen in love.
No one else does what Nismo does.
No OE supplies aftermarket support like Nismo does.
This is what Singer is trying to do with Porsche, is make OE quality
Like,
aftermarket stuff.
That's
Nismo
so
just
cool.
did it because they use Nissan's factories to make it.
Oh yeah, look, and the inside of them, they have the Nismo badging on there too, which is really cool. So, I don't know, I geek out on this stuff, so to see this is really cool. This came straight from their stock in Japan.
So you got fenders, what's this piece? This is the bumper fitting kit. This is just attached to lips and stuff. Rear spoiler. What is the rear spoiler one?
Rear spoiler, underside?
33. Oh, okay.
That's the Tommy's car.
So bumper, and then.
So the bumper, I want to touch on because the bumper we were not able to get in carbon fiber. Apparently, it's like nearly impossible to get it in carbon. Tommy and I set out to get this in carbon. We weren't able to do it at the moment, so we settled for fiberglass. But we are going to scoop one.
They do them in runs, so they'll build like 10, then they'll chill. They'll build 10, and then they'll chill. So, or whatever the number is. So you missed a run, who knows? They probably do one a year, and with COVID, they probably even slow that down.
Yeah, we'll have to scoop it, but I'm just glad we were actually able to get the front end anyway. It's like my favorite GTR from bumper.
This is the first most gangster part. We're not gonna open. Should we say what it is?
Oh, I think I know what it is.
This is a dry carbon
hood, or is this the
R-tune hood?
Okay.
So this is a massive package. This was all air freighted from Japan. I don't want to tell Sabrina what the shipping costs, but I'll tell you, TJ. What was it, like 6 grand, 5 grand?
Just for that?
Just for the air freighted parts, which were these 3. Oh, so hood, then you'll see cover, front, under. This is the front Z-tune splitter. So this is a gangster piece that connects to the bumper, has brake cooling ducts built into it, all that. And then this is what your car's missing, unfortunately.
The rear diffuser.
The rear V-Spec 2 diffuser.
Yeah, that was a
punch in the gut. These were like 9 grand, 8,900 bucks.
That was a $10,000 mishap my car didn't come with.
Yeah, your car was missing the front one too, but that's not that big of a deal because we got the Z-Tune. The V-Spec one is a lot smaller, not that great. The Z-Tune one's gangster, which you would have bought anyway, but you would have been able to offset the cost by selling the V-Spec one or put it on your wall.
Exactly, I would have hung it up. So very, very cool.
So then we have like rear windows, I think. Yeah, this is the rear windows. Miscellaneous trim. These are the spats, the side skirts.
The rear spats?
Yeah, these are the actual
those are the
side
main
skirts.
ones, yeah.
They go down the side. Those only came in fiberglass, unfortunately. Air spoiler. What is that? That's the front. That's a front, like.
Under one.
Yeah. Right, this is like a piece that goes in between. It kind of like connects everything. Windshield cowl.
Yeah, I was like, these are just OEM cowls.
Yep.
Headlight seals, just because we can. So
new coolant overflow bottle.
Nice.
You specifically pointed at this and said, I need one of those, so we got you one.
I mean, pretty much anything that you could get brand new that like wasn't perfect on the car we bought.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That is exactly true. And then some.
And then a bunch of unnecessary stuff. Well, not unnecessary, but like it didn't need it, but like we wanted to do it.
So yeah, a lot of cool pieces. This is gonna make your car go from like a base model, okay looking Skyline to damn.
Yeah. So while we're here, I was fiddling through all their stuff and I found just a bunch of like random cool little things that they also have in stock. So a bunch of like just Nismo bits and pieces, from radiator caps to shifters to lug nuts to just like weird, like what is this, like a rounding kit? You know, just random stuff. So I was going through here, I found some cool things. I just wanted to pick up some little trinkets. Ooh. So we're gonna go shopping.
Influence the influencer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Love to hear.
A little bit. I wish
new logo stuff is cool.
New logo stuff is cool, but it's not as cool.
Well, okay, here's what you gotta remember. It's not as cool if it's a car that's acceptable for old logo. 32 stuff, new logo, not cool. 34 is only mid and new logo. So if you put old logo, it's kind of chotch.
I feel that.
You know, so this is new logo. Oh, I showed you. Mid logo's got the circle. You won't see any probably mid logo stuff here.
I found some mid logo stuff. I'll show you guys the difference in just a little bit. Unfortunately, they don't have any GTR badges in gold. Really bummed about that. You'll never get those. I was hoping we could. Imagine if you could though. I'd want to buy them just to have them on the shelf. So this is cool. I want to get this little Blitz emblem. That's just cool to have. Radiator cap, that's cool to have. This was really kind of weird. I don't even know what it is. D1 spec, but it's a like pressurized radiator cap that shows
the
you
pressure. That's what you need for your Mustang.
It's kind of interesting, huh? Kind of goofy looking though. Mine shift knob, mine lug nuts, GTR switches. Don't even know what that is for. All right, Tommy's just going deep over here.
We almost forgot the most important part. This is arguably the most absurd piece you can buy for a 34. And you said everything carbon. This is your upper intercooler Y pipe.
Shoes, doctor. That's
gonna look sweet. Like this.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Look at this.
Hey.
Oh, that's so rad. Oh, I wish we were with the car right
You can
now.
open this one.
What is this?
I already opened it, but you can. I'll film you. Let me film you doing this.
Sorry, you're getting a lot of airtime in this episode.
Too much. I told TJ to get
Tell him
that.
exactly what I told you.
He said cohesiveness.
No, but I also said, if there's a Nismo option,
Get it. He did say that.
like anything you could get. I don't want to go to a car show or go to anything and be like, oh, that guy's 34 is better. I was like, like,
Imagine that.
When mine rolls up, every other R34 owner's like, well, I'll see you guys later, dude. I'm out of here. That's what we're after.
That's what
and I
he's
was like,
after.
Tommy, I know you can deliver that, so like, let's go in on this car.
That's what I
So
love
that's
to
what it
hear.
was.
Yes. Flip
Ready?
it.
Wait for it. Yeah, you gotta wait for it.
Back up. Woo. There it is. There's the thumbnail, Teej. Hell yeah.
That's
That piece is so nice.
Are we gonna powder coat this?
Yeah.
I don't remember what we talked about.
I think the raw aluminum is just,
It's not gonna be cohesive.
it's not gonna look good, but we'll powder coat it a cool color. So good.
Done a lot of ad integrations
Hey,
for this right here.
Do the thing.
No.
Do the thing.
I'm not gonna do the thing.
You should do the thing, right?
All right, we are now leaving,
Look, how
and
cool do I look walking out of there? Get in slow-mo.
you look great. And now we are gonna be heading back to Connecticut, so I will see you guys in Connecticut. Go home, pizza boy. Oh my gosh.
Dude's head almost went through the dashboard.
Special delivery for TJ Hunt. You ready?
I don't know what's coming in
what
here.
34 stuff is in this. Go ahead.
I have no idea. Is it a lot of
neither.
stuff?
It's a whole truck's worth.
Oh gosh, what is this? Bumpers?
Well, this is my bumper.
This can't all be mine.
Oh, who's this?
That's Jimmy's.
Exposing some Jimmy Hoke.
Nismo everywhere.
Oh, I got
That's pretty
special.
cool.
I got something special for you.
What?
We got something real special in here. Here we go. Hope you got a knife on you.
I know what this is.
Do you?
Yeah, is this what you literally asked me a couple days ago
TJ
about?
just went to reach for a knife.
I know he doesn't have a knife.
Sorry, it's illegal in California.
To carry a knife?
No, I don't know if it is.
It
Probably is though.
This state sucks.
I know what this is, but I'm not gonna say it so they don't know what it is.
Tommy's gonna hurt his little
Fingies.
I don't want to break a nail on this thing.
Titanium.
The series are gonna be really long if you take this long to unbox something.
Hold that.
Thank you.
That's all it is. Ooh.
Damn, that's...
Ooh.
This was a last minute thing. Tommy was like, you gotta do it.
He said when I did it, there's no cohesiveness was your word.
Yeah, it's not cohesive. It's not, we're doing
It's
carbon
Nismo.
everything. I know, but there's no
Yeah.
titanium on the car.
The only
It will look
There is
cool.
right here.
Okay, well now there's, so it doesn't match anything else. It's gonna look
So-
good. I just was like, okay,
and
sure.
there might be a second one for
who,
me. What is this?
The Z-Tune kit, the Z-Tune skirt kit.
Oh, for
the
the rear.
spats? The rear spats.
So we got to unload all
Are those
this, and we'll
carbon
go
or
through
fiberglass?
everything.
Probably fiberglass.
Yeah,
That's-
they don't make these in carbon.
So you can still order all of these Nismo.
Not all, a lot.
What can you not order anymore?
Z-Tune?
Nissan calls it the Heritage Program. So basically it's parts that Nissan Japan doesn't want the US market having. So there's a lot of R34 parts, 33, starting to get a lot of 32 parts on there, but we do have quite a few more stuff on order.
So to answer your question, the only Z-Tune thing I don't think you can get is the carbon airbox. I think that's discontinued.
Yeah,
Why
I
that
can't get my hands on
specifically?
that.
Just
I don't know.
It's all Nissan Japan. Nissan Japan kind of sets the guidelines for what we can and can't have.
There she is, baby.
wait, that's my car?
Yeah.
Holy shit, you guys did take it down.
That's your car, bro.
Are you being? Are you serious? Holy shit! It's like all the way down. Well, it was midnight purple.
I've got OCD with gaps. Transitions and shit. As you can see,
Wow. Oh my god. All right, boys. We're here with Colton, and we're seeing the car for the first time with the paint sanded off the car. It is one of the scariest, but yet coolest things to see throughout the journey of this whole entire build. And I kind of want Colton to talk us through what they've done and talk about certain areas that were pretty scary, because as you guys can imagine, just working on an R34, something like this is just scary in general. But when you talk about stuff where parts and the rarity of parts goes through the roof, and he even said removing the glass is a very, very scary thing on this car. I kind of just want Colton to walk us around, and if you will, kind of take us like front to back. This is my first time seeing the Z-Tune pieces out of the box. There's organizations of it. There's so much to cover, but I just kind of want to walk through it with you a little bit. So why don't you give us a little rundown of what you guys have done so far.
First and foremost, welcome. This is the operation room for TJ's R34. We had the car stripped down. Well, stripped down off-site. A lot of these really awesome components came in these large boxes, which now have all of the original front windshield, rear windshield. We've got a bunch of interior parts here, everything bagged, labeled, and sealed. It's how we do things here. The vehicle had been sanded down with a very abrasive sandpaper. There was a lot of great areas to utilize on this car, a lot of pre-existing material that we can use. The yellow marks that you see, these little pieces of tape, are actually chips or dings. I want to say that they are all, yeah, it's chips. So these guys right here, I'd attempted to sand and buff this car. I'll admit I was unsuccessful in doing such. I'm typically very good at that, and I'll be the first one to admit I whiffed. So here we are, we've got the whole car sanded down. A car like this with the midnight purple paint, you cannot just paint a patch panel or patch job. So as I was going through the vehicle, each time that I found a little chip or nick, I just kind of banked that as a possible area that needs rectification. When you get like 2 or 3 areas, separate panels, it requires a full respray. TJ's got the entire Z-Tune kit on the front of the car, and I'm living this project vicariously through TJ, thank you. We are in the early stages of pre-paint preparation, where the entire nose is fitted. We have a couple gap issues in the front. Nothing too crazy. Keep in mind, these are full carbon fiber reproduction panels. Some of these reproduction panels are not OEM. Nothing is better than an OEM fitment. I get it, it's a Nismo part, but it also is carbon fiber by nature. Carbon fiber parts don't fit as well as their aluminum or metal counterparts. So here we are walking around the back of the car. We get a small piece of rust there, nothing crazy, and scratch, 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 scratch. Successful again with the windshield and the rear glass. A lot of people find that a little unnerving to pull out the glass on this. A lot of window guys, glass guys don't even want to attempt it because they know it's going to break. Not so much the glass being fragile, it's the glues and compounds that they use to seal these guys in from factory. Now they're coming up on 25 years or so, 23 or 25 years, and all that stuff is hard as cement. So it's just that initial prod. As soon as you break that seal, you're able to manage your way around the windshield, and more often than not we are successful. Luckily we are with TJ's car.
It looks so good. Seeing it, when I first walked up to it, I took 3 looks at it. I was like, whoa, the car looks like it's black. There's absolutely no more paint on this car. Well, I mean, it's still kind of here, but it's so sanded down, the car just looks absolutely black. And it's cool, you can kind of see the original color that's hidden between the panels and the glass that has never seen the light of day. And Colton was saying, and I think some of you guys might have questions, you're respraying the original paint. Does that come across like you're going to be devaluing the car? What are you gonna do to make sure that that paint looks exactly the way it was? Because as some of you may know, paint matching is an art. Paint matching a color shifting paint is God's art. And that's something that I think is really cool to kind of see up here. There's a bunch of different spray outs, and on camera they might all look the same, but I can tell you that in person, to the human eye, they each have their own different shades. And if you saw this just sitting off, you probably wouldn't even notice a difference. But when you have them all next to each other, you can kind of see, and Colton was telling me that when the OEM spray, or when you get the formula for the OEM spray, it's about 80% there. 80%. But the factory, when they shot it, there's a little bit of differences when they shot or something like that.
Well, over the years, you're also gonna have your exposed panels aren't going to look the same shade as the areas that were unaffected by light.
Of the sunlight.
And the paint manufacturer companies, over the years, there's so many different variations in formula based on EPA regulation, and a lot of companies going waterborne. So the strains of these formulas modify, unbeknownst to the client. So the best thing to do is you get that 80% that they give you, and a lot of people are like, oh, that's cool. We're just gonna take the paint that's out from the manufacturer and we're gonna apply it directly on the car. Yet you pull up to a show and your midnight purple looks nothing like the midnight purple sitting next to you, and he doesn't look like anything like the guy next to him. So we're trying to avoid all of that, cut right to the chase, spec the match based on an unseen by daylight area.
Which is really smart.
Which is a direct, we've got, I'm not quite sure, I'll go cross-eyed trying to find which one is the match, but out of these 11 samples, we do have a direct lineup.
I mean, it's cool even just getting the right angle. Yeah, you can see how they all hit the bronze, but some hit at a different degree, and same thing as we walk around. It's just such a unique paint. And that's one thing that I honestly had hesitation. I was like, well, man, getting rid of the original paint color and respraying that sounds like a risk to me. I'm very confident that Colton can pull off the job. And man, we're getting a tour ourselves that you guys have already seen in the vlog from months ago. There's so much cool stuff here. They have so much experience, and this is definitely not anything close to the most craziest or expensive car that's ever ran in here. But it's just really cool to see the car in the state, and I really want to document this because this process, this whole build, as you guys know, this has been documented. Man, I got the car a year ago at this point, and this is just how long it's taking and the process that we're taking to make sure it's all done correctly and done right and not rushed to really deliver these videos that you can really see a complete rebuild, and you can see every area from every step to building the motor to whatever. So I'm really enjoying this. It's definitely a little nerve-wracking, but it is so cool to see the car in this state. As terrifying as it was to see that car with no color on it, I was excited. Although I don't know if it showed too much on camera because I was a little freaked out. But now that the original paint is gone, it's time for them to do what they do best and lay down some color.
At some point, I think maybe TJ might want to paint the engine bay. The factory color are matching, not factory, but a matching color to the exterior of the vehicle. There's multiple layers on this. I would assume someone's been in this engine bay before. It's hard to tell because these things weren't perfect from the factory. So we've got the hood off. As you can see, I started taking off some of the tops of the door strips. I've got the rear bumper off. I've got the spoiler off. There's a little bit of a blip or blemish on the back bumper. This could have been one of those times where the factory had a little area of putty and they just needed to put it on there. Because outside of that, the bumper looks good. I can't find too many reasons to call this, or any reasons rather, to call this a respray. But what I do know is that there are some deep random scratches, and I'm starting to lose the confidence in this paint itself. I was lucky with the roof, and I'll prove that out with the rest of the remaining space. But what I've done, again, I've removed the door sills, the door trim. We'll pop off the mirrors, take off the tops of the window felts. I'm gonna go back through, wipe off all the rest of the buffing debris. This vehicle has already been ceramic coated at one point, so it's proved out a little difficult to sand in some areas. But yeah, that's the gist of it. We're not gonna know until we have the rest of this car wiped down. Got the R34 ready to rock and roll. She is ready for our first coat of base, which is black, and then we have to go into a base coat of metallic, which will be roughly 2 or 3 coats of a base coat metallic, and then we'll roll into the clear, which obviously gives the car its shine. So doors are hung up, the 2 front fenders are over there, hood is ready to go. It's also trimmed, lined in a very cool but yet different tweak pattern, if you will. I'm not sure if you'll catch these on camera. There's like these large silhouettes, these patterns here. This has been clocked. This was blended here. There's also additional blends that are on the front door, and each time it was sprayed, then there was another coat of black. The rear of the vehicle, we had rust all the way around these frames. This is all black primer. Sealer we had to put on. We masked it just below this license plate frame here, but all of this had to get reprimed and sprayed and fixed. We had some rust repair on the rear lower rocker panel. We had various dents across each side of the body. The carbon panels had a lot of wave and warp to them on both sides. One last look, everything's clean, ready to go. part, all of the base coat came out perfect. I mean, the doors, everything laid out mint. Our biggest area of concern was this hood. Throughout the entire process of this hood, there's been inconsistencies of depth of carbon fiber. A lot of the areas of the carbon fiber were just, I mean, virtually transparent. All the material that we put on the hood just to seal it and lock it down sank. So what it did is it started to sink in various areas. You can see some of the shadowing here. We spent more time on those hood than anywhere else in the vehicle, and it was because of small sinkholes that are in this guy here. But everything else, the body-wise, is gonna get taken care of tonight. So this is after the third heavy coat of clear. It came out exactly as we expected. So we've got the doors in phenomenal shape, the fenders laid out super smooth. I actually love the entire transition idea that TJ and I came up with on the fly. We're gonna expose the carbon fiber inner rails. So when you open the hood, you notice these fenders are true, legit Nismo carbon fenders. And what we did was we cut the transition line ever so slightly in the rear. I'm not quite sure if you can see it on camera, it just tapers down. So looking from the top side, you have a complete covered surface all the way 3/4 tip. And then you really don't notice it's carbon fiber until you pop the hood. It's a very cool hidden detail. So the insides of the fenders, everything, again, came out phenomenal. Doors, door jambs, body jambs. The hood, not so much. But we were trying to do, and what we will do, is actually the same idea as those inner rails on those fenders, what we've lined out on the inside of this hood. It was actually gonna be pretty cool. As mid-process of paint, we're gonna peel them, and it was gonna expose the carbon fiber. However, that didn't pan out exactly as we wanted it to be with everything else on the hood, so we're not going to take the chance because this product is extremely expensive, so we have one shot at doing it right. The rest of the roof, the quarter panel, all of the rust repair in the rear of the car that we ended up pulling off last minute came out phenomenal. Typically these GTRs don't paint down so far into the body. This is just half of it's black and half of it's base coat. They don't even see clear, but we added the clear just for an additional layer of protection. We've got the gaslit door in place just so the correct color transition flows from the quarter panel and gas tank. That's about it. I mean, it is a late night, so we are gonna shut it down. I'm exhausted. It is midnight, so I guess this would be a midnight at midnight purple. I don't know if that's a corny joke, but let's go. I'm done. And we're back. We've got TJ's R34 in the background. It's all in paint. I'm working on the engine bay right now. I was picking it up tomorrow to head over to Tommy's shop. A little bit of a buff, compound, clean off a little residual, unmask the doors, the windows, so on, so such, get this thing cleaned up. We've got the hood here, all cool special design on the inside. The doors, the front bumper, the rear spoiler. I got the fender and the other bumper over there, some rocker panels and skirts. About to wrap this thing up and join me for the finishing touches. for a maiden voyage. Wow. Actually, it's a sick rig here. So what we're gonna do is load the car in first. We'll put the bumper in the front. Dougie's got his ready to go.
Here we go, dude. Ready to go.
Damn, look at this shit in the sun.
It's the first time it's even been out in the light. Front here. We're going on this side. You good over there, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sweet. Keep going.
Yeah, let me come over there.
Yeah.
You guys got it? Yeah, we got it.
Holy
All
thanks.
right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much,
Appreciate
man.
it,
Hell yeah.
I'll
Have fun. Good luck in
get back
Japan.
safe. Thanks, bro.
Safe travels, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See ya.
Was that a 32 when we drove?
Oh, that's right. The first episode. Start filming, dude.
I'm rolling.
Are you?
Oh, I'm ready. I don't know if you're ready.
Staged because of how
Oh, the bayside.
We call this the 34 room now.
Good. I love it. Oh, it looks good. Bay, it looks.
Everything's new and fresh and nice and pretty.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh, and the Gannies are on there too.
Annie's.
Oh. Damn, this paint's complex. Oh, it looks so good. And it's like super dark in here too. When we're outside, it is
like walking in
so
like
different. Yeah, you guys actually put quite a bit in the bay.
Yeah, when it's everything. Like
Is this the? Oh, that's not the new harness we got.
Yeah, no, that is.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
So it was brand new.
Brand new. I mean, why don't you tell them how much you paid, and then they won't be surprised that it was brand new.
At least $6,000.
This engine harness is a little hacked, little some clips were broken and missing, wires were torn. Made him get a brand new one.
We can sell that one, can't we? For a decent amount of coin.
We might be able to.
Like a couple grand.
It's $6,000 for sale right now.
I bet sub 1,000 with what's missing, but it's good.
Yeah,
this is way cooler though.
This is really cool.
Ooh, I know. I literally just.
Yeah, so these are carbon, just painted. Same with the hood.
How's a relief? That's sick. The little holes in there.
Yeah, that was Tommy's idea. Credit to Tommy.
I think it's gonna slay.
It's a nice touch.
Inside of the fender carbon, I'm like, that's a good idea.
What just happened right there is exactly what will happen. Like this is
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like a little Easter egg, you know?
Yeah. Dude, it looks so good.
Dude, this looks
all the brand new hardware. Wow. Every car we ever paint usually just has painted over hardware.
Isn't that the worst?
It is, but you don't know that it's like not the best look until you see a car that's painted and then has fresh hardware on top. Then you're like, oh.
Dude, that's my like disease though. Is anytime I have something new, everything that touches it has to be new, and it's a disease.
You're like, it's gonna be a quick,
and that's how you end up with a $6,000 engine harness.
Yeah. But that's also why we did this build here, was because I wanted the car to leave with like the, I guess, arrogance of perfection that Tommy does with all these builds, that I just wanted it to be like absolutely.
You just like sneak diss the fuck.
He's like, yeah, hey, good to see you, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to be perfect.
Twist it, you know?
So
hold on down, come here, check this out. This is my favorite part, but everyone's gonna see your VIN, but this car is legit, so it's okay. New buttons for the VIN plate.
that is
brand new buttons.
I was gonna say, I do love when people do that. I think I've seen Adam do that a few times on his builds that he's done with you, and I'm like, it's those super small details. Because normally when you see this, a lot of times
they're like yellow,
missing.
Yeah.
Or you'll have one missing and one of them's there, and it's all like yellow and faded. But that looks
not much
super
we can
awesome.
do. We made it a little ugly for the time being.
Whoa.
Stuff. So
wow.
Took your fine spec.
Whoa.
HKS 2.8, step 2 VCAM, the cover's not on yet.
I don't even recognize it anymore.
Nismo Plenum, remade ITB, shout out, remade in USA. 2530s, HKS 2530s.
Which was a really big discussion when we were like trying to figure out what turbo setup to do, so it's cool to see those on.
Everything's jet hot coated, manifold shields, turbo outlets, HKS coil kit, HKS pulley kit. It's got the whole HKS catalog.
I feel like I've seen so many of these motors get built and done in here, and every time I'm like, wow, that's like crazy. But then to finally see like mine provides like a level of happiness and a different smile to my face than ever before, obviously because it's mine. But again, I've seen it so many times because there's so many gnarly things through here.
These all ceramic.
I know. I've been staring at it since I saw it.
Well, you want to see my car? I thought you were interested in this.
997s are lame. I don't care about that.
They're the best.
Dude, he's such
This
a
is
biter.
so dope.
he's
This
a
is
biter.
so sick. Oh, yeah. We don't have the VCAM played on because they're covering it right now, or the VCAM cover. But all the HKS bits, a lot of it I forgot. It's been so long since we've done this. But
What don't you remember?
The HKS coil.
Yeah, they're so
I don't
good.
remember that we did any of that.
This kit is so good because it seals. You could like dump a gallon of water in this and it won't get to the spark plugs where every other kit pretty much will. HKS timing belt, HKS everything. This is
It's
pretty much the
It looks
same.
brand new. That's what's crazy.
It's pretty much the same setup we put in LZ's 32, except you got the Nismo Plenum and he got the GT34R. You got the 2530s. These will make more torque, make more low end torque. We just dynoed Bowman's car at 622 wheel, 577 torque. Out of these bad boys.
With what fuel?
Ethanol. It'll do like, I think it did 540 on pump, 530 on pump, so it's like 100 horsepower.
Yeah. When we were designing what we wanted this whole build to be, it wasn't supposed to be the fastest straight line car. The idea with this one was to be just really amazing on back roads and canyons. We have the Supra, it makes 850. We have, you know, other cars that are super fast in a straight line, but we really wanted to have this be a really usable power band, and we wanted to focus more on carving and tight corners and having fun there than just going fast on a straight line. So that's why, you know, when we're talking about numbers, we're putting so much money into this engine. We wanted it to be like to have super high response, be super snappy, and that's exactly what's going to come out of this. So,
but to be fair, TJ just lied. He said one of the requirements he wanted for this was just to be better than LZ's. That's the only requirement I was told. So he just lied.
That's the truth right there.
But realistically, this thing's going to be gnarly on the back road.
I was like, whatever it was, it has to be better than Adams. And
it's already got a 2.8, so it's inched up a little because LZ's is a 2.6, and these turbos are going to kind of put his to shame too. I'm not trying to talk shit, LZ. Please don't publicly attack me and make me a target.
He's going to do something. Well, you know, I don't want to say it on camera. I'll let him do that.
You want to buy my nice R33?
He'll buff out.
It's on the frame machine.
He'll buff out. Ready to be pulled.
So it's got a GTR front end, so fenders, hood, bumper, everything. Type M skirts, Type M spats, and somebody widened the rear. It was like a drift car. It had an RB25 in it. That was blown.
Hey,
obnoxious.
Go back to wherever you came from, not here. Man's been on the road for the past month, shows up.
I said, okay, hurry up, we're waiting.
I know, right? This fucking guy.
What's up? What are you buying?
Shit like that in California, but not here.
You fly all the way here to buy a 240?
What's up, dude?
What's up, Twan?
Doesn't have enough.
What up, Tom?
Ooh, I don't want that loud one. No!
Oh, fuck! Did he do that to you too?
He literally hit us so hard.
Oh, I thought that was an LZ shirt.
Dude, so did I.
You want to know why?
Look at the back.
You want to know why?
Did you have the same car?
Oh yeah. No, because the guy who designed this is now his full-time designer, but he made this for me over a year ago.
It's weird he made you this. Did he know?
Yeah, no, he knew.
He knew. Keep going straight. Don't turn it or hit. Turn it like the last minute. It'll be tough.
Oh, that's.
I got you. Okay. I have 2 inches if you want to start pivoting a little bit. Yeah, we're good over here. Alright, now go straight as long as you can. Okay, now go straight this way. This way. Go straighter than that. Go slow.
Ooh, there it is. Yeah. Ooh, there's the orange.
Which number is this one? 2.
I also think you should.
Dude, when those tires explode, and then we should just be able to swing it right in. So those ones aren't even the best. Like we use those for the off-roading, but we have these little. Just in the Nismo covers.
I had never seen that before.
What? Yo, can you run, jump, and swing on it, and then we play like a wrecking ball or something?
Dude, if that fell, a million
Nothing
views,
would happen.
million view video.
Still like that.
It's terrifying to watch.
Cool. That's not yours. Don't do that. Hey. That's a gangster clutch. That's one of my car too. And it's an LZ's 32. And dude, it feels like nothing when you drive the car. It feels like back. So that kit that you're touching changes it from a pull style to a push style because pull style kind of sucks. Yeah,
that is so much heavier than it looks. It's just gonna be an arm. You want these
the rear, lower.
You want these out?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. That's
Tastes good.
Look, that's cool.
Wait, let me see.
They're reinforced. You just lick it.
It's real.
Oil.
That's hot.
Those are guap. You kept complaining and saying, I need my car to feel brand new. And I said, the only way it's gonna feel brand new is to replace everything. Make it brand new.
So we replaced everything.
So I replaced everything. Ow! That plastic got you, dude.
It was the table. Look at that. I just burned my little thingy.
Look how nice that is. I think they say GTR on them too.
That's sick.
In case you were wondering, that's from a GTR.
GDA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. GDA. It's like, you want to talk about money? Tommy scumbagged me into this one. I said, fine. I was going to do a different wheel, and then he was like, nah, trust. Do this wheel. We've actually already opened this. We have footage of us opening this already.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do it again, I want to see.
No, you got to do it piece by piece.
That's the horn cover.
Wow, sick.
So it makes it look like OEM.
Whatever. Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Wait, you like VRG, so you must like this and this. Okay.
Smell it.
It's close. It's the closest thing that I would
It kind of smells like Porsche.
This hand is clean. I would like to
Real
rub
leather. I'm going to butcher it. I wish Tommy was here to fact check me. There was only so many made, and they sold out like instantly.
This is
like
Nismo
recently.
from Nissan.
This is a new batch they released. I think within the last 2 years. Mickey bought 2 of them.
Is it weird that I'm
and they're
more
like,
juiced about the Nismo horn button?
so
or
we're not
just
going to
the-
run that. We're going to run. So watch.
Yeah,
You
I
could
know.
run that.
Just lay it on there.
Hold on, I want to show you. You can run the steering wheel button. Or, if you want it to look more like an OEM wheel, not like an aftermarket wheel,
Do it.
you can put this cover on it like that.
Yep.
Sick.
So there's no airbag behind it, obviously, but like it's just the detail on that. In the aftermarket world that Nismo did is just like, what? So we're gonna go ahead and actually mount the intercooler right now, because before we put all the front bumpers on, the intercooler has to go on.
Ooh. Yes.
I've died and gone to heaven. You ready?
Yeah. Don't. I thought it was gonna be cool, and it's way cooler than I thought it was gonna be.
That looks
That's
sick.
a thick boy too.
She's heavy.
You tasting everything?
It's real.
You out here?
He actually-
You told me when we came here that you wouldn't taste everything.
Before we put the intercooler on, we're gonna go ahead and pick out what mounts we want. Tommy has a wall of mounts here, so he just asked me off camera, do we want zinc or do we want black?
Put it in the comments, and TJ can't decide right now and put these on.
Because if we film
We're gonna
this
hold the whole
months
build
ago.
up so you guys can add this.
I think we want to go with the black.
Yeah, I would go black. Just go like this. That drops in, and it's good.
They don't call me the nipple twister for no reason. Ah, I can't get it.
Okay, hold on. I gotta move the whole thing over a little bit.
A little. One more, that's good. Now go in slowly. Okay.
What's the TJ curse?
The TJ curses every time. When TJ's not here, the people putting in the transmissions like, I've never had any troubles. His existence, problem.
Whenever I'm around, transmissions never go in as easy as everyone has ever
So-
experienced it. I've never had a transmission go in so like
A90 drift car, Danny's Miata.
everything.
A90 drift car when TJ was here.
TRZs.
No, when TJ was here, we had a hard time. But you notice how when Dylan was by himself doing it, right in.
Now that the trans is on, we're gonna go ahead and put this in the car. We're finally gonna see what it looks like in the painted bay. Yeah, watch out. There's a lot of spideys in here.
Teed you on that side. Make sure we don't hit anything going in. It's gotta go over. Hold on a second. Go down a little.
Yeah.
Keep going. Just go really slow. Creep that bitch. Yeah, put that up over the turbos. All right, keep going. Keep it going.
We're almost on wastegate. Hold on.
No, you're okay. Just keep going. I'm watching.
Okay.
All right, stop. All right.
Yeah.
Go down a little.
Coming more.
You're all good.
I'm okay over here.
Keep going. Just keep it at that speed. Just make sure we don't catch any lines.
There's
Are
like
we
two
touching the studs?
Yeah, your back is like this, so you
back
can
is
just lift the front up. It's mated.
And the holes are lined up?
Yeah. Even the studs, yeah.
Now this valve cover, if you don't remember, is off of our RB26 fine spec engine.
It's fine, final, yeah.
It's a rare engine. Now, there was some controversy in episode 2 where we told you guys we were going to be taking some stuff apart, and I think we actually leaked the HKS cover.
We tried to match the valve cover. You go ahead.
No, what I wanted to say is I wanted to make it better, and the fine spec is really cool, but I thought, how amazing would it be to have a one-of-one
HKS 2.8 VCAM fine spec.
So there's fine spec final edition.
And now what that really means is when you had the RB26 engine, you could go to the Omori factory, and you could have them pretty much just rebuild the engine.
So like the fine spec final edition is all of the shit they learned from the RB26. It has all of the best stuff that they learned along the way, and that's why it's the final edition. So it's pretty much like N1 everything. But matching these, because we needed to do this, we tried not to do it, but the VCAM cover needed to be painted because we put that on.
Yeah, so when we say VCAM cover, when you get VCAM, it's cams. It comes with a new cover. We don't have the old one, but if you just look at a normal RB26,
it looks like this.
Yeah, it just looks like this. So when you get the HKS VCAM, which is super awesome, not the 2.8. If you do a 2.8, that's completely separate. This is the VCAM. You get a different cover, and you get this awesome HKS power. So we're gonna have a modified final edition fine spec engine, HKS VCAM 2.8 motor. I don't know. I just like this Frankenstein hodgepodge of amazingness.
So there's an HKS transistor cover or igniter delete. It goes in that hole back there and fills it in. So HKS sells that. It's just billet. And then this is your cam angle sensor delete because we have a crank sensor. So that will go in this area. And we wanted to color match that. They come like silver or black. Looking at it now,
Dude, it looks so good.
It looks so good. Wait till that black is back on.
I don't know if you guys can see, maybe Anthony, if I get a good shot here, you can see the... Oh! I need to change my shorts, dude.
Yeah, like you can't see that.
Oh!
I guarantee the camera can't see that.
What color is that? When you get the fine spec engine, it comes in this gray. It was a really tough match. So we resprayed everything. It's probably a little bit different. We definitely added a lot more metallic flake to it. Yeah. So we're taking certain things and just making it our own. We're probably gonna touch this tomorrow. But we have a bunch of parts we're about to throw in the 34. Let's get after it. So on this side of the shop is the R34 room, as we have been calling it. This is the rest of the body that needs to go on the car. We also got, we're not gonna put the diffusers and the splitter on yet, are we? Probably not.
No, but have you mentioned like price? Have you just even touched on it?
I don't know if I have. Maybe when you and I went and picked up all the stuff in California, got it shipped here. I don't know. We've spent a lot. What were you gonna say about the price? Is that we spent
like the fenders are $5,500. The hood, oh, they haven't even seen the hood yet.
Well, that's what I feel like. Even if you just
they saw it in the last episode, but they haven't
seen it like 10 grand.
Like you don't have to do lump sum, but like shit like that. Like I didn't know a hood could be that much
for an old stinky Nissan.
Yeah.
So like this diffuser's $9,500. That one's like 65.
But to be clear, this is all OE
Nismo.
new in box Nismo.
It's good shit.
How to make it the best. Well, so let's bring over some packing blankets.
So I would bring this.
The wheels.
The wheels.
The what?
The what?
The wheels. I'm so excited. They're so sick. They're so sick. And we have a fresh batch of Nitto tire. Thank you, Nitto. They sent out some NT05s for us. So we gotta mount those today, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna hold it to the blanket's back.
If you want to do it wrong, you can do it that way.
Are you ready to see how spicy these are? When have you ever seen a car from 2000 that has this clean of headlights?
I haven't seen a car from 2020 with that clean of headlights.
So epic. This next unboxing, I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to our friends over at Brembo. We've had the luxury and amazing opportunity to get to work with them over the past couple years every SEMA with a couple of our Street Hunter cars coming out. I've began to develop a relationship with Brembo and I asked them a special favor. When I told them that we were doing this R34 and I told them that it was going to be a forever car and I was going to do a full restoration, I was going to literally dump everything I could into this car to make it exactly how I want it. I said that I really, really would like to have something special, something unique that I get to have for my brake system because I was very torn. A lot of people will put R35 brakes on the R34. There are a lot of options when it comes to brakes for the 34. A lot of people will do the R35 brakes. You can just buy any type of big brake kit, which there's tons of them for this car, or you just keep the stock brakes because the stock brakes, although we don't have them on right now in the front, we have them on in the rear, but this is what they look like. And it's that really cool gold color. Now, for those who remember when we were building our S14, I actually built my S14 with the Midnight Purple 2 paint code with this R35 inspired valve cover choice for color with that gold, and I did my brakes to match. And there was something I truly loved about a Midnight Purple color
with that gold secondary color. Now, although we're not doing that gold color on the valve cover, I thought how cool would it be to kind of retain that, but to have a sense of OEM to it. So what I'm getting at is, I went to Brembo, I picked up their big brake kit for this car, which is absolutely amazing. It's so sexy. And there's a couple different color options. There's a really cool nickel plated one, which I was really torn with, or there's just your standard red, white, and black color options. I asked if Brembo could dig deep into their archives when they had the OEM partnership with Nissan for these brakes, and I asked if they could make a custom in-house set of brakes that utilizes the same paint code that they used 25 years ago to paint that on their out-of-the-box Brembo kit for this car. That was a big brake kit. If that made sense, hopefully you guys can follow that. So, I don't know how, but they said yes. So what I have here is a special one-off big brake kit from Brembo that utilizes the original color that was offered 25 years ago in a brand new brake system. Now, I haven't even seen these in person. This whole entire operation with Brembo went down like literally over a year ago.
This is
the rotor.
So this is like an adapter so your drum style handbrake still work when you pull that. Damn, that color's right too. Oh, jeez. That's a rear.
That's bigger than the front now.
This is a one of one. You will never see anyone that has a from Brembo painted exactly how they did it 25 years ago.
That thing
That's,
oh my god.
Look at that color though. It's on point.
That's a new caliper design too, right?
Yeah. Do you remember that we were having the conversations? We're like, should we go with the nickel plated option?
Yeah, so this is a monoblock. This is one piece. There's no split in the middle like normal. That makes it lighter and it's actually more rigid because they do fucking twist.
They have a flex on.
That's so sick. That's the coolest thing you're putting on your car.
That's one machine piece. Gorgeous.
Brembo, thank you. I really appreciate it. This car means a lot to me, and this just makes it that much more special. The bumper comes with all the mesh grills. Every single window, except for this bottom one, has one.
Can I say something that's kind of annoying? I just want to interrupt you. The bumper doesn't come with that. We had to buy that separate. It came in a box called Bumper Attach Kit. So just wanted to clarify that. It does not come with the $400 grill kit.
That's kind of lame.
Did it in like 2 seconds.
Oh my god. Dude, can you do it? I just scared myself.
Inside, there it is.
Wow.
We're missing a
Someone
mat.
had to loosen it up.
You want to grab the beam and see if we can slide that on?
Mine's pretty good.
Intercool mounted. Looks so dope.
So before we put on the front bumper, we're gonna throw on the headlights.
That's it.
That's it.
You were trying to church it up, and that's all we're doing.
No, I was gonna say we have to put on mounting brackets, but there are no mounting brackets. I'm just so
Dude, look
used
at how
to something being.
precariously he's holding that.
That is going nowhere.
Give me a sword.
I would fight you.
There you go.
Like, I feel like.
Cotton 4K.
Support bracket or anything?
How does it look?
Oh!
How does it look?
Oh my god!
Oh, dude, when we get the hood tomorrow,
Dude.
So the hood is so
That
good.
painted Nismo fucks. You don't have no idea how it looks, do you?
No, but I've been envisioning this for 10 years, so I know exactly how it looks right now. I don't necessarily love that name, Dream Car, even though we use it in titles. But like, I mean, technically, if it's like the one car that's like an all-timer, yes, this should definitely
Like
be
a
it.
34 GTR.
I would sell my Supra. I would sell every other car before selling this.
Wow. What a difference that makes, huh?
I was gonna say you could just nut and bolt the end.
So these are the B pillars for the car. This is the other side. But this is that piece of plastic that separates the rear window from the front window. It pretty much sits right here. Dylan actually did a really good job saving these. They look kind of like crap. But we did opt for the Nismo versions of these. Now, funny enough, the Nismo version is like a carbon cover, but it's not necessarily like a carbon sticker, but it sure feels like it. And to be completely honest, I feel like this is kind of a goofy part that Nismo made for this car, but it will make the plastic grossness go away, and we'll be able to put this little carbon little piece on it. It'd be cool if this was like a full replacement in carbon. It's not, it's just a little carbon sticker, but let's chuck these on.
Don't f up, don't f up, don't f up, don't f up.
It's already happened.
Oh my god.
Recurring basics, right? So like, how do you use your content? Minus.
It really does promote adhesion. Oh.
Oh, you f***ed up, Dylan.
We're gonna have to just heat gun it and hopefully it shrinks a bit. Potentially use a heat gun.
Let's try it right now. Yeah.
Special delivery, which came in at the perfect time
because we're about to throw on all of the front end clip parts and we need the coilovers to do that. And we just got a special delivery from Ohlins. This is actually the first set of Ohlins suspension I have ever done on any of my cars.
It is beautiful.
I know. When I drove LZ's R34 Gtr 2 years ago, I was absolutely blown away on how well the car drove. And he replaced a whole bunch of bushings and all that stuff, which we followed suit. But he told me about his Ohlins suspension setup and how he just thought they were absolutely dialed. And I've heard nothing but great things about the Ohlins suspension from like the GTR community. So that's what we went ahead and did. I wanted to follow suit because I just absolutely loved the way that that car felt. I want to give a personal thank you and shout out to Ohlins. And we're actually running a custom Ohlins setup on the M4 GT3, which that's a whole different project, but we've been working with them in the background, and I'm super, super stoked to be partnering with them because they're baller, they're gangster, and so it's really rad. What's cool is it matches like the theme of the 34 too, because we have like the purple and gold, so like it kind of like matches at the same time.
That's so good.
It's super rad. The original gold.
Oh, the original gold? Fantastic.
Some little stickies. I know, I was gonna say I love that it's not pre-assembled. Anything sent with a strap like that on it to keep it compressed. They make suspension for a lot of applications, but they take their time. Like they just now are releasing their G82 coilover kit, and that car's been out for almost 3 years now.
I'd say probably the most reputable suspension brand.
I wouldn't argue that. Yeah, we really wanted to go all out for this one.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
I love gold.
I love gold.
So I spent some time trying to figure out how to put this together because it's beautiful and I want it done right. There's one step that I am actually, well, you can't show them the teleprompter. Can't show them the teleprompter. I put it together and I'm going to teach.
You're gonna teach me.
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what a finished product's gonna look like. Okay, we're gonna start with the front.
The front?
The front.
Well, unfortunately, that's the rear.
Dude, come on. No. Hey,
no, you're, hey.
Come on, little guy. It's okay.
Oh, my son. You're putting on your son's t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Just a good t-shirt.
Now he's putting his belt on.
Oh, just a good dad. TJ's just a good dad. Yeah. That's my father. Thanks, Father. He was there. He was there the whole time changing my underwear.
Daddy wasn't there.
You don't wear underwear.
To take me through. He used to, though.
Putting it in the hole.
Ooh, just snip it.
There it is.
They're very dull.
Okay, and then 20 millimeter spacer, then top hat, then other locating spacer, and then that spacer.
That's weird.
Why did you put it upside down? She's not done. Just a little bit, Dad. Just
Lord
a little
have
bit.
mercy.
Lord have mercy. That
is too big. Why did you give him such a large wrench?
Lord have mercy.
Last piece.
Putting those on.
Because we're a jiggly boy. It's a jiggly boy. And
You like that?
Yeah, I like the
Let me see it. Let me see it do it.
Wait, hold on. Let him tighten it.
No, I want to see it before.
Let him get it tight first.
No.
Oh, yeah. It's like those door things when you're a kid, like, bang.
It actually reminds me a lot of Cal. Car, coilover. Off car now, on car soon.
This car had some great coilovers on it, some feels. Took those off. We got these beautiful Ohlins that we just adjusted to their factory specifications. May have lowered it the tiniest bit more. These are gonna go on the rear right now. It calls to cut the parcel shelf, but I don't have enough money to F that up and do it again, so we're not going to. We're just gonna tuck these into the pocket. We kind of have to lift this up a little bit just to reach in there. But yeah, these are going on the car. Be there right now.
I didn't, but I did.
We're gonna do all the new Nismo arms, put the axle on, and then we're gonna get to the Brembos.
Thing we need to do, I wasn't here at all yesterday, but I did all the work. So the last thing we need to do to get this car one step closer to making it to grid life is these brakes. Also, we need a thumbnail today, so this needs to go on.
I like putting on Brembo brakes. I'm always happy to put them on. I love how they.
I like putting on Brembo brakes. That's what I heard. I like putting on Brembo brakes because with the brakes, when you grab them, they go shoo shoo shoo.
Put that B on that B. B on that C. Okay.
Did you hear that?
Put that C on my B.
Oh. Having fun, my friends. Oh God, twist it. Stop twisting it. It was good until you did something.
I hate him. Everybody comment down below. Calvin hates Dylan.
Dude, I'm America's favorite.
And then if you're on Dylan's side, comment below. Dylan hates Calvin.
I'll give everyone who comments Dylan hates Calvin, that's what you just said, $1.
No, you won't.
I will give everybody that says Calvin hates Dylan $1.25.
You stupid fucking idiot. I wasn't gonna give them anything.
Well, see, the more reason to hate him.
Damn, we don't need power tools.
Ah! No! You don't get to look. You don't get to look.
Wow. That does not look like it's supposed to be there. Oh, wow. Oh my God.
It looks like it's supposed to be there.
Wow.
Move your hand, let me see all the gold together.
Ohlins and Brembo.
Just gotta make sure, son.
It's getting real. It's feeling really real. I know we've said it a few times throughout this whole entire series, but we've been filming this from like its start date over 1.5 years, and we've kept our mouths shut. I've accidentally leaked a few things, but not a lot of people have caught up on it. And to like see it coming together, actually putting these brakes on, I remember like having the conversation with Tommy about like, what if we did like the new Brembos, but tried to see if they could like put the old school coloring on it? Like there's just so much stuff went into this, so many conversations, and it's cool and feels weird that it's like...
It feels so weird.
It feels weird because I'm like, this car's never gonna get done. Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's been a really long time, and...
For you.
For me.
In the world of restoration and what was done to this car, this is a fast... Well,
Yeah.
one portion of it took the longest, but this is a fast setup. In TJ's world, 7 videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we could have made this.
dumb it down.
We could have made this a lot of videos, but we chose to like try to make it high compact and just make it a really good series to watch. I guess we should have this conversation when the car's actually done. But like, this is like, you guys haven't done that many 34s because they're not legal.
No.
They're not.
This is the first.
There's not a lot of them here. So this is the first 34 that Tommy has done from the ground up. Does this with 32s all day, does it with 33s, but this is the first 34. I don't think you can do one better than this, in my opinion.
No.
Unless you do like a crate motor, but even then, like
You
that,
could go-
that has its
There's excessive, and then there's like a full build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could.
Like we could spend more for sure.
Spend more.
We could
but
do more things, but
this is gonna be perfect. This is like the perfect level of efficient, cost effectiveness, and sickness. I'd say.
I'm just so stoked, and it's cool doing it out of the shop where there's just, you need one bolt. Oh, there's a literal like cart of every size, every like 14, 17. There's just, it's really cool to just have everything. Like this is literally what they do. That's it. So it's cool to do this here, and I truly think that when this car is finished, it will live on as like just the ultimate. Like there isn't anything.
You're calling LZ out, I hear you. It's the best, is what he was about to say. So the cool thing also though, we gotta shout out Nissan, because like this is a true evolution of the chassis. So like 32 has a lot of differences with 34. 33 shares like half things with 32, half things with 34. So we were kind of lubed up getting into this because we knew a lot of the pieces are the same. I think that's like the biggest thing, we were able to use our knowledge of the 33, which we've done a bunch of, and learn some new shit with this. But it's a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. It was a little scary at first.
You guys ever seen that movie?
I wish I could think of like a
something
not cool like preface to Wolverine, like a Chacherine, you know, Pusserine.
You have,
something like
come
that.
on, it's on the flop right now.
Mechanicarine, Techarine.
That was a little offensive.
I'm scared to say something wrong.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, we're not gonna edit it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I don't know if
It has to be on the ground. Yeah.
Oh,
God! That's hot.
Got it?
Dude, it's...
Dude, we...
give it a kiss.
No, I'm not gonna
Give it a kiss.
I'm not gonna kiss
Calvin.
Because if I kiss it, you guys are gonna be like, oh. Like that.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I kiss it.
Okay.
What? There's nothing over here.
Oh, ew! No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna kiss you, kiss.
Nope.
Hey, Dylan, can you kiss right here? Don't
like
do it.
that exact
Don't
spot, please.
do it.
Like that exact spot.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, but we need like knobs back here. Yeah.
Who did that? Wait.
Bum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum. Haven't seen the wheel on yet. I was gonna wait till the thing went down, but I'm just gonna do it now. Oh. That is the most beautiful brake clearance and brake. That's not the right words. This is beautiful. I love how you get a real good amount of brake showing through the wheels, and you have the gold here with the gold kind of shining in the back. Fitment is perfect.
Left hand on the Bible. Wait for it. I got something for you. No. All right.
Oh, those are hot.
So good.
It's branded on the side, but look, it's also branded on the front.
Oh, it's branded. The tool is branded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's what you're gonna see.
Oh, that's tight. Wow, that looks sick.
That makes me so happy. Wow.
No, just don't do that.
He needs his glasses.
Tommy, I think he likes your gift.
Does he? Oh, he's in there. That's cool, right?
Oh, it looks
the cherry.
It's pretty cool.
I got those on my 350Z, and I was like, oh yeah.
This is the front splitter. This was a Z-Tune front splitter.
Z-Tune.
But like Kane's car, for example, the 34 that people have seen in my
He has
vlogs.
just a lip.
This was a factory option if you bought what type of GTR?
No, this was
like
never
solely
on a car except for a Z-Tune. I might, no, I don't believe,
I mean,
and I'm not fully versed in 34s, I'm 99.9% sure, you couldn't go to the car and say, I want that one, and it would come with this. This was like Z-Tune aftermarket catalog only.
I want to show this and get detail on it. This is a factory splitter, pre-impregnated carbon from Nissan that was developed in early 2000s. How cool is that? And there's even like some channel ducting for air.
Oh, feel this foam.
Ducting, the foam, and the coolest part, for those who remember when we did the Ferrari GT3, we got that awesome race splitter. On the back side of it, you're like, why do they have plywood? That's so when you're tracking it and you scrape it, you can replace it and keep it fresh and new.
You can take this, make a template of it, and have spares.
Yes.
And then just replace it.
This is a factory product. Like just, you do not see this from not even Nissan, from Toyota, from Mazda, even like Lambo, Ferrari, Porsche. Could be wrong on that one. Porsche's pretty on top of it. But as a factory aero upgrade, that's like, hey, you want to race? Here you go. That's what makes the 34 so special to me, is this is like the last time that an OE brand that does 99% of their sales are for eco cars, sedan cars. This type of car makes them the least amount of money and they invest in it. That's what makes it so cool. This is the last generation of car that happened with Nissan. I wish they still did this today. They don't, but that's to kind of like give some insight as to another reason why I love this car. Trying to figure out how to put this on.
Got it.
Because like I said, Tommy doesn't do that many R34s, so they're not that familiar with all these products. We're figuring it. There's a couple.
If we did do a bunch of R34s, we wouldn't do a bunch of Z-Tune splitters for 10 grand. I don't think.
Yes, it was very expensive. There's a couple different holes on the bottom and the middle here. You see those 4 holes? Yep. And there's holes at the top. We're like, okay, so it mounts at the top, but can't get to it because the plywood's there. We're gonna undo the plywood and then install it and then put it back on. I don't know. That's just rad. And this is what inspires me for Street Hunter. I see really cool stuff like this, and I'm like, this is the level. This is where I want Street Hunter to go.
Yeah, you do that. Do that.
God, look at that.
Oh, and then it aesthetically also hides all of the mounting. It's...
Are you okay? Do you have a... Should I start with the front or should I start with the rear? Ooh, watch the ducting go in. It fits so good. I've never seen it.
Time is now. Side skirt clip. Thanks Tom Hesser and Curtis. Mostly Curtis for coming through. Let's put these on. So there's the body side, there's the skirt side. So we gotta push all the little
brand
body.
new.
All brand new.
Oh, this one's gonna be the best. This one's gonna be the best. This is gonna feel really good.
It's gonna feel so good when you joke. Feels so good when you joke.
What?
What movie? Feels so good when you joke. People in the comments, what movie? Feels so good when you joke? She's joking. It feels so good when you joke.
I'm lost on this one. Usually
Wedding Crashers. Up under the table.
Feels so good when you joke. Yeah, but you gotta give me the inflection.
No, I'm not gonna
Yeah, come on.
These are the receptacles for the side skirt clips. Watch.
Here, do the first one. Do the first one.
You want me to?
Yeah, this is you.
All right, ready?
This is you, baby.
We're gonna need silence in the shop for that. That insertion, you know.
All right, everyone, keep it down. Oh, that was it. That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I missed the other one.
Okay, hold on. Pull yourself out. We're busy.
You ready?
I think I've fully fallen in love with GTRs, and if this video gets 25,000 likes, I'll buy an R33 GTR at the end of this video.
All you gotta do is click a button. I don't know why they don't just do it anyway.
It's not up to
What
me.
if it gets 25,000 dislikes? What will you do?
I'll buy 2 of them.
Yes, you lose if you win.
I could sell every other car that I own and just have this, and I'd be perfectly fine with it.
I don't see you doing that.
I said I would. I had to.
Yeah, but you're not gonna.
Everyone asks me this question all the time. If you could keep one car, what would it be? You're looking at it.
Yo.
Even my RS. I would go my RS for this.
Yes,
I would.
The Nittos look on here?
The Nittos look amazing on
They look good.
They look really good. I love how there's not much droop on the suspension setup. I'm curious to see how low ride height this is going to be. Might be too low.
50 millimeters over stock.
We set it up to be like that, but I don't know what stock is or what 50 millimeters means. So we'll see.
I haven't felt like emotional butterflies over a car, and dude, my RS did it. But I'm telling you, like, this just feels different to me. Like, I've not felt this way in years.
So Tommy keeps centering the wheels so the Nismo logo is straight, and he doesn't know who's turning them. Not me.
The glass guy just got here. We're gonna put the windshield and rear windshield on.
I think the ride height's supposed to be way in the front, the back can go down. I said an inch, go half.
There's no words that can describe this. The only emotion is through my eyes.
Oh.
Do you think this glass guy knows how expensive of a car he's about to put a windshield on? I don't think so. Should we tell him?
What were you gonna say?
Should we tell him he's about to put a windshield on a multi-$100,000 car?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I've never heard somebody say multi-100,000.
In the last video, we showed these coming out of paint. These are the valve covers we're gonna be running on this car. Now, for those who don't remember, you didn't see the last video, what makes this engine fairly special is the fact that it's a final spec, or I guess fine spec engine final edition, which essentially that means that this engine was rebuilt at the Amari factory in Japan when it was there. So this engine has upgraded internals. I don't know the exact details, but it's essentially N1 parts are rebuilt with this engine. As you guys know, we had to open the motor anyway and kind of break the seal of the fine spec no matter what, which is what kind of prompted us to say, screw it, let's do the HKS 2.8. And then we did that whole thing, and then we also did the V cams. We have a different cam setup. We wanted to keep some of this Nismo fine spec engine, N1 built engine, and we wanted to mix that in with the HKS-esque part of this whole build. So we reshot the valve covers in the paint color that you get from the Amari factory when you get a Nismo fine spec engine, and then we had the HKS V-cam cover shot the same color. So we're gonna have this awesome HKS branded, Nismo branded valve cover. I don't know how you call it. No one's done this before, so it's really cool. It's kind of heresy. It's kind of like, oh my God, why would you do that? How could you do that? But I think that's what makes ours really cool, is that it's unique, it's one of a kind, and we upgraded the engine on top of the upgrades that Amari factory already did. We're gonna throw this on the car while they're putting the glass in.
They always do this. Yep. Feel good?
Oh, she looks beautiful. She looks beautiful. She's pissed on that side, but she going.
Wow. Cool. It's like a real car now. It's weird how glass is clear, but if it's not there, it looks like something's missing,
changes
you know?
the body line.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it gives it the body line. This car looks fast now.
Got a third black one.
It looks fine. I mean, it matches, like, kinda.
Another gift from Tommy. Tommy's the king of gift givers.
Yo, wait a second. Well, before, let's interrupt this. Dylan, I gave you and Calvin a job. Go install this exhaust shield with those rivets.
Ooh, you're gonna drill into it. Anyone want some stock R34 winter purple part to me up?
All right, so you ready? What was he missing on the trunk that I hate?
He was crying about some badging.
I don't have the Nissan badge.
So these are mine.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh,
for my car.
Give them to me. Oh, I didn't know you had them. Now I want them.
Those are 10 grand.
No, they're not. They're like 2 grand.
Okay.
Wait, yo.
I have a problem.
That's sick.
He said I could have the one he doesn't like.
Yeah, the gold.
No, the
gold.
the Nissan badge.
Oh, in the back.
These right here, if you buy these, over $2,000 just because they're gold.
For both or each?
Probably for both. What did the gold badges come on?
Just a catalog.
So it was an option. It was a $50 option that not a lot of people did. So now there's not a lot of them. So people priced them up to be $2,000, and guess what? Someone bought them.
You realize those
and
are
then,
new.
Yes,
Mine
I
are
know.
new.
I know. Oh my god! And the GT badge is in gold.
For the fender. I have 2 sets of those. I'll sell you one of those.
How much?
Yeah,
How
$200
much?
I'll send you the side ones for.
What about these ones?
Those I won't sell. Those are for my 33.
No, you will sell them.
Let me think. Nope.
They're for sale.
Actually, they just became for sale. I found her. That's for you. You can have that for free.
How old do you think this is? Is there a year on it? 20 years old?
I don't know. That's probably like they probably made them up to like 08 or something.
Get real nice and close on this.
Oh.
Mine.
$200. I'll give you each $100. They go for more than that. This one's new.
We could just put it on my bill.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Give me these ones.
Those are for the.
That thing ain't running. There's no engine in it.
It's right behind you. It's ready to go.
I think it looks super sick.
Oh, it's like a gold tooth. That's kind of tight.
But every badge, so this one, the GTR badge, the GTR in the front, and then both the GT fender badges,
Yeah,
they're
so
all gold.
you're
I thought it was just the GTR's one of the gold, but every badge. I think it's super
Every
cool if
badge
you
is
did
supposed to
every
be gold.
single badge.
Yeah, your car has a grill now. I'm into it.
This is another really awesome part, in my opinion. When you guys see this car in person, I'm gonna take this thing everywhere. I'm gonna drive this thing every day. When you see it in a parking lot, come and just look up at the close, fine details of things. Like one thing on a 90s car, fresh cowl like that. Oh.
The female side. Did you not need
Yeah, this is just an exhaust shroud or shield, if you want to call it. All it does is look really cool and then keep the bumper from burning.
Getting ready to put the hood on. This is something I haven't shown you guys yet. Well, you've seen the hood when we were at the paint shop, but this is the Z-Tune hood. It comes in a fiberglass option, a carbon option. Of course, we opted for the fiberglass option.
You said we went with the fiberglass option.
Oh, I said. Oh, I meant just. Sorry.
I was like, wait a second.
We went with the carbon option. Exposed. And then we left carbon exposed on just the inlets of the vents. I didn't want to have a bunch of exposed carbon because this car has very minimal carbon showing, and I wanted to keep it pretty tame. I don't think this needs a bunch of carbon for the car to look cool, if that makes sense. I don't know. So we just left it on the inside, so it's just enough detail. And I just think like having normally what I do is I go carbon, 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 paint. This one, I don't know, felt needed to change it up, and I'm so happy we went with this color scheme. So we're gonna install it now.
Watch my fenders. We won't hit until now.
Do we have a release flash? Or a cable?
Look at it from right here. You get like all the colors.
Wow.
Look how the cable hooked up, Alex? You have to go on at the same time.
Right?
Yeah.
Literally, the exhaust says silent.
Super silent.
Oh my god, it does.
Super lame is what it should say. You should scratch it off and write super lame on the side of it.
TJ made us get smoke because he had smoke front. I would have gone orange. Nope. That's just me. Back in the day, Honda guys, they came clear and they would buy the JDM ambers because USDM was clear. JDM was always amber, and now
We want what they have and they want what we have. That's just how it goes. You go to Japan and they like the American style. Dude, this
color looks insane.
Look at the like. It's like this is blue. This is blue. That's purple.
I cannot believe. Oh my god.
Yo.
Wow.
Is that compressor still?
Wow, look at the front.
Woo! I gotta get that to stop.
So the car just got back from a shop where we got the car color corrected, and we also got the car PPF'd on the front half. We're gonna try to be tuning with this car in the next 24 hours. For that, I didn't want to drive this car without any protection because we just, as you guys know, repainted the whole entire car. And I just wanted to point this out briefly. The car looks absolutely insane
after the color correction. And I guess I've never seen that crazy of a difference. And this has to show up on camera. The color shift and how bright everything got once the car was color corrected and we really just got this car perfect. I have no words. I literally am speechless. And sure, it was like covered in dust last time and you know, we never really had it clean. But I wanted to point out, just to note how insane of a before and after difference this car has after getting color corrected.
So we have PPF from the front all the way back, and then we have the high impact areas throughout the car. We're gonna finish the rest of the PPF once we get this car back home on the West Coast, but for now, this is gonna do exactly what we need it to do.
Drop in from the top. All right, I'm in.
What hole do you want to pick?
I like the front hole. I'm not a big back hole guy. I like the front hole here. Front middle or?
No. I'm thinking.
I almost killed myself, Julie. It's game time, boys. Hey, ladies. I mean, hey, Sabrina. Junk, not junk. Garbage, not garbage. Oops. That's it right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. What do you think we got all fucking day? Put these stickers on. Slow Sundays, fast cars. You know what I'm saying? He knows. Everyone's watching you, dude. Look behind you. Yeah, keep rubbing that dirty rag on there.
It's not.
It's
not dirty. It's fresh.
Where'd you find it?
On the ground.
Oh, it's too easy. Oh, that one's really stressful. I don't know if I like that.
That arrow's got to be for something.
I thought you would know, Mr. GTR.
I don't have any 34s. Start over.
Whoa. Oh, this is commitment.
To the left, actually. More. Little to the right. Little more. To the right, though. Oh.
Don't know if you're just fucking with me.
I am a little bit. Yeah, that's where that should be. That's where that silver bars are.
There we go. Oh, that's it. You're
all right, right at the peak. Yep, there you go. This guy's put a lot of stickers on in his day. I know it.
Where are you going to do some under?
All right, that one's on. Right enough. Why are you touching my badge?
My badge.
I guess I relinquished the ownership of the badge.
You did.
You can't do some gold, some fucking silver, dude.
Where is there silver?
The front.
Well, it's because
you didn't buy the
we
front
haven't bought in the front yet.
It's weird because that's my badge. I feel like it's about to get put on the trunk, and we never really talk.
Who's badge?
You, me? Remember?
I bought it off you. I did. I bought it.
Pockets are feeling pretty empty. No, wait a second. I'm missing something here.
No, I wired it to you. It's just.
Oh, okay. It's the way your bank account works.
Yeah, the way the bank account works, the checking has to cycle through the bank, and then I have. And then
very involved.
Yeah, I need to be there to sign for it, so when I get back home, I should be able to finish it.
So it's a long game. You're playing the long game.
Yeah, no, it won't be there though.
It's a long game transaction.
Yeah, no, but it's there though. Like it's coming. Sorry, Tom. How's that look from there?
It's good. It's done.
Love that.
Oh yeah.
So I take my hands off and the badge just falls to the floor. All right, center of this taillight, and someone slowly put your finger directly in the middle, slowly. The deed is done.
Gold badges are kind of tight. I didn't like them, but they're kind of sick.
You just don't see them, which is why I think this on any other color's kind of iffy. It's one of those things where if you're looking at it and you're sitting here debating it.
The more you look at it.
The more you look at it, yeah. The thing is though, that one's really easy, that if it is wrong, you can easily do the 3M. Like that's actually the cheaper badge if you had to replace it. You can easily just double side sticky tape it. The sticker is what's scary, the badges or whatever.
You also have to remember the license plate's not straight either.
No, it looks good.
I think it's dialed. I think it is too. Ooh. Ooh. Tell him. Ooh. Okay. He just accidentally emoted right now. Hey guys, Jack Cecil here. I have brought my trusty laptop and I'm gonna be helping TJ tune this car up. We're gonna be doing the break-in. We're gonna do some heat cycles, some run-ups, and we're gonna get this thing ready to make some real power.
Jack is from Horsepower Logic. He tuned my Florida 350Z. Now you're gonna be tuning my 34. He's gonna be responsible for getting this thing perfect and making sure it's running healthy and making sure it has a spice. What's like the most typical car that you tune?
Probably Skylines, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I do a lot of GTRs. Some of you guys may not know me, and I'm glad I'm able to be on the channel here, but I do a lot of remote tuning. Typically a lot of JDM stuff. I do American stuff though, so if you have a really weird setup, try me.
So you work with a lot of clients that are doing straight tuning or they're on a dyno and
Right.
you're just doing remote plug-in. Because I've done my fair share of that, and actually Jimmy tuned my S14 that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a very cool experience being in the driver's seat and being able to do that while someone else is like untuned you on a laptop.
Right,
plug-in.
I'm kind of there, but not. I rely on your feedback to tell me exactly what's happening.
That's that.
Yeah.
If any of you want your car tuned by Jack or have a Skyline, you want the same spicy tune that we're running, his Instagram's on screen. It's gonna be a link down below. Hit him up. Let's get in the car and get started. We're gonna have Jack in the car, fired up. I've already heard it, I'm not gonna lie. Sounds amazing. There's a titanium pipe on the car now that came with it. I have a Tomei that's coming in that we're gonna be putting on it, but it's relatively gonna sound the same. But I don't love the way this exhaust hangs out, and this exhaust doesn't fit the diffuser that's going on, so don't mind that. Fire it up, Jack. Oh yeah. I would like to point out, so we have some water bottles right now. That's just for the break-in. We're getting those modified so it will fit, so don't mind that. But wow, this came out amazing. I'm in love. My heart beats for this car. Sounds sick, looks sick. Let's go drive this thing for the first time and start breaking the motor. And again, like the first thing that I notice when I get in this car is it feels new. That's crazy. Like it doesn't feel like a 90s car. So I can just drive normally right now?
Yeah, just drive normal. Clutch bites. Just drive normal. Don't do anything crazy. Just let's feel everything. Remember, we gotta break this motor in. Give it a chance.
Is there an RPM range I should be staying under?
Normal. Just drive under 5,500.
Okay.
If you feel anything weird at all, just let me know.
Okay.
But I'll be watching everything here too.
Yeah, it needs a better alignment.
Is it twitchy or?
It's a little shaky, yeah. So we're gonna be focusing on heat cycling the car right now, getting it up to temperature, letting it cool down, getting it up to temperature, and having it cool back down. The purpose of this is to try to break in the engine, really set the rings. Is there anything else you're particularly looking for when we're doing this? Like, are you just monitoring all of our temps and
watching air-fuel ratio during cruising, different load areas, just to make sure that we're operating in the optimal zones so that we're getting a good break-in and setting ourselves up for success when we do turn the boost up.
So how long are we gonna drive for before we shut it down and let it cool down?
We'll do like 15-minute drives, 20-minute drives, let it cool down completely, heat cycle. We'll do that about 4 or 5 times, get a good 5 to 10 heat cycles on it, and we should be able to change the oil and go for it.
We're not ripping on it yet. We're
not ripping. We're not
just
ripping.
cruising.
You can go 100% throttle, but just up to like 5,000 RPM. You know, just like light low, like
so what,
light low stuff.
Is it how much PSI are we pushing right
This
now?
is about 13, 14 PSI, so not too much, but enough to get an idea
of what it, yeah.
of what it's gonna do.
Okay, that just cut me. That wasn't me who did that. That scared the shit out of me. It's cutting me at like 44.
I've got a boost cut set.
That'll look straight, yeah, okay. It's crazy how my Supra, my RX-7, dude, doesn't have the steering response that this does.
It's got a lot of meat, man.
Oh my God.
The alignment's gonna definitely be.
The alignment's super aggressive. Like, this is I'm barely
turn in alignment.
Yeah. When I wanted to build this car, I wanted it to be more so focused on handling rather than going fast in a straight line. I really don't have much time I had on an R34. And it just feels crazy. It doesn't feel like it's 25 years old.
Is it pissing or leaking or dripping? I don't like these words.
It was pissing for a second, now it's
Yeah,
not.
we don't have an overflow. Like, we can
use that.
Yeah, we can or actually, where does it go? It goes right here, so I don't know what they do.
Maybe even just a water bottle for now.
As soon as we go to drive the car.
Remember you said I brought that sunshine with me. Brought my California sunshine.
Probably the government controlling the weather.
There's no like good. Oh, Alex's food is out there.
This car is literally worth every fucking penny. It's so epic. I'm not getting comfortable. This is the second session we've done. I'm a little bit more comfortable now. I got my seating position dialed. 34s are god tier. 34 is the best JDM car. I don't need a Supra. I don't need an RX-7.
He's just discovered something that no one else knew. The 34 is the best JDM car. Look at his face. How is it?
Epic.
It's pretty quick, right?
Oh, dude, we haven't even tuned for that. We're just cruising.
But it feels like it wants to go.
Yes, it does want to go, but just cruising. Just soft, lush, just smooth.
Yeah, it's good.
Smooth. It feels like I'm riding in a 997. Like, it's just...
we also replaced everything.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just feels... All right, so we're out driving to Grid Life right now. It's like a 30-40 minute drive on beautiful back roads. It's so nice out right now.
Cops.
Yeah, cops up here. We're gonna lay a little bit low. And we're doing our tune for our full power, as we've been saying, the murder tune. We're gonna work our way up to about 30 PSI. Right now we're at 15, 17, and we're doing street pulls. So as we do pulls, Jack is looking over his computer, making adjustments, and slowly, incrementally, working our way up till we reach our desired PSI. So I'll be showing you guys a few clips and our reactions, and I'll let you guys know how much PSI we're doing each time so you can see the difference that we feel. Oh, it's so pretty out right now. This is the vibe. Perfect. So sick.
They gotta see this stuff.
I know. Hopefully Anthony behind you guys is showing you guys some good clips.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
Yeah.
And we're mobbing through this beautiful town. Look at this.
It's so gorgeous.
Look at this dream scene. Like, Wendy, this is something you've never seen. Like, honestly, look at what we're looking at. This is so fucking insane.
All these little small back road towns.
There's just, it's so gorgeous.
There's something about them, man. There's just something about them.
Being from the West Coast, and I said this in the clips video, but being from the West Coast and just being so used to these crazy modern houses, there's just something about like old cabins, style homes tucked away in the woods. Just they're so beautiful.
History and character.
This would be TJ's dream to get pulled over right now. You know how good this video would do if we got pulled over?
I think we blew a coupler off.
You think we really blew a coupler off?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I heard them.
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
No.
Oh, dude, we don't have tools on us, do we?
Let me call.
Coupler blew off. It's typical when you start adding boost. The first thing you find is that you didn't put a coupler on enough, you know?
Just sounded like it made its own blow off valve.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was loud.
You heard it in front of the car.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Now, one thing I do have to say is what an incredible place to break down. Look at this.
right, couplers are fixed. We're gonna go back to going up in PSI. Hopefully it doesn't blow up again. This is a little low, but we'll try it. I'm at 3K right now.
He stopped.
I don't think that was right.
Wasn't coming up at all.
Felt like we were going nowhere.
Yeah. You can do that in 2 seconds just to see.
I just feel like there's like nothing.
Popped off.
Popped off again.
Yep. So the second we got back on the road after getting the coupler fixed, it fucking blew off. Not even a minute into the drive. So we're going back to shop. It was one, I assume.
One pull, and now it's like we just gotta fix it right, take the splitter off, redo all the couplers, retighten everything, maybe double clamp some stuff. It has these like double tension clamps, I don't know, but they're like, you can only tighten them so much and then they start to twist. I just don't like them very much, but what do I know?
That's the culprit.
Yep. Sky up top. So these are all the ones that are junk that we take off factory cars. Well, they're not junk, but we have T-bolts in there. We got all kinds of different shit. So we're gonna put T-bolts in the not visible spots just so we don't have to deal with this. Honestly, we should do that for every car because I hate the way they look. And constant clamps will go so hard, but they are not the best sometimes unless you get them perfect. Dump that motherfucker.
Big ones, All right, got the new ones on. Fingers crossed. What's the LZ review?
Of the car?
Of the car.
Teach, you want me to review it or do you want me to wait till it's clear?
I don't know if we keep this for another episode.
That might be its own ep, but you can start it now.
I don't know.
I'm kind of hungry, so like my
oh,
read's
yeah,
probably
he's
gonna
spicy.
be bad right now.
Get him. He's spicy. I like him.
No, I want to keep it because I'm hoping that we can at least do a run together, and then we'll go over each other's cars.
Oh, after
Friday night or Saturday night, hopefully.
He can go over it.
Yeah,
and then race.
I want to put them back to back. I will go over my car.
I can't wait to see
car.
his canes and yours all together.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Adams in a while. To about 7,000, got nice and rich. Yesterday we were lean because we weren't getting enough fuel. Now with the added pump, we're getting more than enough fuel, so we're riching out. And now Jack can make some adjustments and we can continue increasing PSI as long as everything looks good. Let me know when you're ready.
Go. Look good?
Okay.
20 PSI.
Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
PSI are we at?
20, 22.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick. Hell yeah.
Put a little more in it here.
Oh, God.
All
right. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Spun him. There, dude.
When it hit like 42, it just lit up.
It was 28 pounds of boost. Oh, leave it there for a minute.
Okay. Last night, after we were still leaning out at 20 PSI, Peter, was it you or Alex?
Alex killed it.
Alex stayed late and he put in an additional fuel pump. I think we were running like a 525.
So the first one was a EW 400 with a 200 lift pump, so now it's got two 400s.
Our problem was when we were doing pulls, we were asking for more boost, we needed to add more fueling, and when we started doing that, there wasn't enough fuel, so we were leaning out. So the numbers were getting pretty scary. The reason why we didn't catch that is because typically the pump setup should have been enough, so we thought. But we're running the stock fuel lines, and because we're running the stock fuel lines, it makes it simple and clean and easy. But the drawback to the stock fuel lines is that just the diameter and the flow through that line is not going to be nearly as high or going to have the flow rate as if we did like an AN line conversion. So because of that, we had to drop in an extra pump, which Alex said last night. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate you. So we're going to hop in the car, make sure everything is good, and if we're unsuccessful, we're going to have to dive a little bit deeper and figure out what's going on.
Color be hitting on camera right now.
Look how complex the colors are here.
It's black on camera, but
yeah.
They can.
So if you look, it goes black to black, and then it shifts back to black here, and then goes all the way to black to the back.
It's a little pink and blue.
Also, yesterday, we never really talked about it, but when we were doing our sessions last night doing pulls, our all-wheel drive system wasn't working. We were rear-wheel drive the whole entire time, which got kind of sketchy at night.
In the rain.
In the rain. Jack messed around with our Haltech ECU, and the voltage was incorrect. So he increased the voltage for the all-wheel drive system and the LSD, and now they're both activating and working as they should. That is awesome. We still have a dash light of ABS, which can be triggered by TPS or it can be triggered by a wheel speed sensor. I'm pretty sure they're all good, but after figuring out our Haltech issue, shout out to Haltech, you guys are great. We believe that the ABS is probably a similar issue. Not that necessary for us to have ABS on. This thing is awesome. Let's give it a wash. It's been a very long time for me, as you guys know. For you guys, this has all happened in like 3 weeks. It doesn't feel like my car. I still feel like I'm driving someone else's car for a video. I don't think until like we take it home and it's like in the garage that it will really like feel super real. But first wash, let's get it.
He got spooked. Oh, dude, he's got dry ground and that thing's quick.
It is like here and then it's there. That is fast.
It definitely spooked him when that last one was wet.
Yeah.
The thing just went, ah!
We hath arrived.
Doth hath arrived.
At Lime Rock.
Apparently it's a state park. So like, yeah, the whole track is on a state park. That's what Grant was saying.
Wow. Hell yeah, brother.
Let's go!
See the arrows that say this way?
Oh.
You're supposed to go this way.
I see.
Lime Rock will take them outside and f them in the street if they catch them.
We've officially done it. Our goal at the beginning of this year was to have the R34 Gtr make it to Grid Life. Every year, we do this traveling circus of Grid Life. We bring the Valvoline Supra and we drift all the different tracks across America. And it just so happens that this Grid Life is in Connecticut, 25 minutes from Tommy's shop.
Hold on, we gotta talk about the conversation because TJ called me a month ago and said,
"Okay, well,
so what's our schedule? What's our plan? What's this?" I said, "Well, let's just make it to Grid Life." And you're like, "Yeah, right." You literally like,
I did
yeah,
say
right.
that. I said it wouldn't be able to happen. There was a lot to do still. There was a lot.
We just know them, you know. We know where they'll be at what point. I was pretty dead on with our points, but we're here.
I will say when we got here and even when we ran into
unforeseen issues that this car brought to our attention because of the, I don't want to say the previous
owner.
I don't want to say, I don't want to say
previous life. It's just its previous life. You probably couldn't pinpoint one person, but every time someone just neglects and doesn't fix things to the fullest, gremlins pop up. And if you look at video 1, see all the dash lights on, and we've been like cherry picking each problem and finding it, and it's working well. The car looks insane.
Dude, even just, so this is the first time the car's out in public, and the amount of attention it's gotten from people, and there are so many of you guys that are here. If you listened closely over the past few weeks, we've been letting you guys know that we're gonna be here, and we're gonna be bringing this car out so you guys can see it. So throughout this video, hopefully, some of you guys see yourselves, get your own personal shout out. But the fact that it's here, we get to enjoy this day, maybe take it on track. Tommy used to be a driving instructor here.
No. I worked for Skip Barber. Everyone says driving instructor. Worked for Skip Barber,
Tommy
have a lot of time on the track.
Tommy was a driving instructor at Lime Rock.
Not true. I also work grounds, weed whacking, mowing.
Hopefully he can sneak us in. We're gonna be drifting the Super today. Why have you not told me to come sooner?
I've told you to come a lot of times.
Lime Rock is
the best track in the country.
From this point forward, we're gonna start rating tracks on our channel. Lime Rock 100%, this is the best track I've ever driven. This is the best scenery. This is the most cleanliness, most organized track I've ever been to. It's gonna be
the best track. Number 1.
When blocks collide. I know. This is sick. Is this yours?
Yeah,
this is
hi, man. How you doing?
Good to see you. I was just shooting this. Really?
Yeah. And I just saw you guys, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing
yes,
next.
If you want to take it, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to take some photo, I guess. Wait, what'd you say?
I said it right in front of him, better than Adam's. Look at that.
I didn't say
Adam, this guy says that.
Adam,
this guy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
guy
Adam.
is
I'm
saying
just being
this
honest.
is better.
It's fresh. It's
If you watch the Clips channel, you'll know this car, or if you've been watching this channel for a long time. Our buddy Kane has an R34 Midnight Purple 3, which I've said in the vlogs a million times. One day, I'm gonna own this car. I was just saying that the whole time to pull a fast one on you guys. He's about to roll in. A lot of you guys that watch the channel found us and are just staring at the car. Been hanging out with you guys, been talking with Larry. We're about to sneak a little photo set in with Kane while the lighting is perfect.
What's up, baby? What's up? We'll have you pull around right behind him.
The colors are so different. Yeah. Oh my God.
I've been watching since the BRZ was red. Like, no joke, you put the supercharger on it. That was the first video I saw.
Wow.
And the one that you're putting the fenders on in the garage. But
yeah.
Pick out the favorite one, and could you sign it?
Yeah, dude. Wow, I haven't seen someone.
Because a while back, right? You posted on your story. There was a few.
Dude, holy shit. To me, honestly, dude, I want to sign like the OG one.
That actually is the OG one. Like,
really?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that's so cool, dude. That's fucking sick.
We're gonna load this thing up on the ramp for the trailer, bring it in like we're gonna load it, and then use the berth as a service pit and put an exhaust on.
This is how y'all can come up with?
It's perfect. It's insane, perfect. Right? It's wild.
This is wild.
This is the first. Trackside, inside the pit, no, inside the trailer. This exhaust has been a little We haven't been too stoked on it, so we overnighted a Tomei exhaust. We were like, screw it, let's just do it at Good Life. And the trailer is a perfect spot for this because when the car is sitting in the trailer, it's elevated, you can crawl underneath the car. We're like, why even use jack stands on concrete when we have the semi-trucks? That's definitely a first. Look at this thing. Titanium.
Ooh, okay.
It's loud. It's definitely loud, Hot Boy. This car needs the presence.
Ooh, baby.
Extreme TI?
No. Well. Alright. Fingers off. This is hotter than the Tomei was. Alright, I'll hold it up. Kick it down this way. Yep. Alright, go ahead. Can you twist it on or anything? Hang on. You gotta do it. Perfect.
Okay, New exhaust setup. I don't know what it is exactly, but Tommy's like, I have this formula. Well, what's the formula?
So equal length front pipe by mines. This is equal length, but it's bigger. TJ chose this just because we could get it. But it was a Tomei titanium. It's great. Great exhaust. Free flowing.
But it's
a
like
little louder than my taste.
Could be obnoxiously loud, but
it's a good loud though. It's not a bad loud.
So we're gonna go with this now. We may in the future dial back. I don't know, but
I think
it looks good. It looks way better than
it does.
All right, first startup, mine's front pipe and a Tomei catback. Everyone says it's gonna sound a lot better. I have no idea what to expect.
We'll do an idle and a couple revs.
Yeah.
Idle sounds about the same, but they said when you blip it, give me some blips.
Oh, it cracked.
That's nice.
One more.
Oh,
that's it. You're a Brembo tune boy.
Oh my God, that's way better. It's cleaner, it's not as raspy, and it has like a little like crackle on decel. So just wait till we're under load, building boost, and you let off. Whoa,
I can't wait to hear that thing, dude. Look at it. Look at it. It's so nice to use the gap.
Oh. Yeah, I'll let me pull it out. I don't want Twan to pull that one out.
Sorry, Twan.
Wait, before forget him.
You need to talk
drinking water, have an HPS
you need to talk into the mic.
Oh, drinking out of an HPS
You're like this. You're like, you need to be talking into the mic for them to hear. Yeah. We were gonna film a like sit down interview style thing, and we're running out of time, baby, because man, oh man, it's our last day here.
You sad?
I am actually. I'm like, oh,
we're
leaving tomorrow. It's kind of weird. This last trip was the largest trip. We've been here. This is our 8th day here.
A person where English is their first language would say longest, not largest. But
it's our largest trip here.
It was big.
Today's a day. By the time you guys are watching this, a certain someone has already uploaded the video. Because that's just how he operates. He doesn't wait. Adam and I are going to be racing our 34s today. This is all I want to say because it hasn't happened yet, but Tommy and I have played out the scenarios. It's a win-lose for me. It's a win-win for Adam. Our car's not dialed. We've had the car running for 3 days. I've maybe driven it for a total time of maybe 3 hours. Adam's had his car for a few years. So this race, if we win, I'll be stoked. If we lose, I'll be like, I wish our car was like where it was supposed to be.
Let me interject. Look at where my mic is. This isn't the do or die, like in my opinion. When me and Adam had our 32 versus Evo 5 race, it was literally an entire summer of like changes and races. We don't know if they're gonna get that opportunity. So while they're together, we have to send it for you guys. And that doesn't mean that's the final straw, in my opinion. If TJ keeps going, things change, the cars get back together.
No, let me interject.
Okay, I'm sorry, Wrench.
Because our car wasn't built for straight line. Our car was built for back roads. Adam's car is geared up with larger turbos. He also has to flat foot shift so his car doesn't fall out of boost. So we added an ignition switch on his clutch. We have none of that. We're a purist in our most rawest form because that's how we do out here. But Adam's also my boy, and I love him.
Damn.
I got that.
I feel like Bob Barker.
I got that. I don't know who that is.
Price is wrong, bitch. Bob Barker.
Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, he's right. Everything he just said, I agree with.
I was just saying that car's not built for straight line.
It isn't.
This car was built for back roads. And if we're going to be comparing the two types of racing, there's straight and there's back roads or track. Adam's, if you were to argue, is more set up for straight line, other than his gearing. But the way his turbo is set up.
You would never flat foot shift in any other scenario but a drag race. I suggested they do a race without that. But Adam, and he admitted it, Tej, you're on the mic still?
He did. He
doesn't think, I don't want to say he doesn't think he would win, but his advantage is there. And I guess he wants to take his advantage. So with that all being said, we've talked too much about that race. That's maybe going to happen, maybe not going to happen. Oh, Jesus.
No, we didn't.
Oh, you got more?
That's a bad looking mustache. I'm going to hold it not right there. I think we could win,
but I think he will win, is what I'll say. We'll see how he spins it. We know LZ.
This is the guy, we're talking about the guy who went into my computer, into my ECU, and lowered my boost to beat me in a race. There's no fair racing with this dude.
And me and him are just so goddamn competitive. So it fucking irks me that if he walks away today with a win, he's going to be like, oh, you overspent on your GTR and you still lost. But again, we didn't build it for that. We're not done. Some of our stuff still isn't working. And we're still tuning it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But while we're here, while Tommy's here, before we leave, this is really what I want to say.
I love how he turns his back to the camera and walks away.
Yeah, you know what? This is what I want to say. You stay where you are. This is what I want to say. If you own a Nissan or any JDM turd, there is no other place that you should go to other than this place right here.
We appreciate the kind words.
Look at this damn wall. Tell me another place you're gonna go and you're like, oh, I want to rebuild my Skyline, and they're gonna have all the pieces necessary to make it exactly how it should be. But this is what I will tell you: if you're like, oh, I really want to get a really big, oversized turbo on an RB26, and I want to make 1,000 horsepower,
I won't do it. I'll literally
come.
tell you no. I've said no many times.
Do not come, because it's gonna say no. This shop, and as a customer, what they do the best is they make these cars the best that these cars can be.
Should be. We keep the original essence, but we up it because, to be fair, and I'll say it, unpopular opinion, these cars suck.
Stock? Yeah,
They
for
suck.
sure. Why do you think I tried to keep my Mark IV stock and was like, this sucks? You have to build them with the modern technology and have the spirit of the 90s. Well, I say modern, not everything's modern, but if you don't buff them up to be competitive with today's modern market, they suck. There's no way about that.
Well, one thing I want to add, you're going to see the results of that tonight, because I'm going to be the chase car in a 2013 Turbo S, and maybe I'm going to drive through the back of the two of them, or maybe they're going to leave me in the dust.
I think you're going to be dead even with us.
Well, that'd be cool.
Leaving in the dust, I don't think so.
But that's quite an accomplishment, I'd say, for a 1999 Nissan.
For sure. And it still has great drivability. It carries all of those amazing attributes that maybe not the 997, that's obviously a lot nicer and has better drivability, but I don't know. It's so great. But I just want to say, you guys got that one video to like 50,000 likes. I promised an R33. How foolish of me.
Can you tell them the real story? Just a little, just a tidbit, or can I?
Yeah, I'll tell him enough. Tommy has an R33 for sale. It's a great deal. If one of you buys it, I'm gonna kill you because it's supposed to be mine. And I was like, ooh, I'd love to buy that car and do a build with it here and have my own ideas with it. And Tommy was like, ooh, rather than buying it, why don't you trade me your S14? And we went back and forth.
Oh, you're going deep.
Well, anyways, I said no, because now I want the Midnight Purples to live together for at least a little bit as a happy couple.
And then he forgot he said all that. The likes got up, and now he has to stick to his word.
I'm going to double down, baby. You guys are...
He's buying 2 R33s. That's what doubling down means.
I'll buy one R33 for me and one R33 for you. And I'll give it away. But this video, 75,000 likes. Bitch.
Yo, you better name it IB Adam LZ just to get the people in the door to click that if you want that to happen, because 75,000 likes a tall order.
I don't know. I think they can do it. Maybe I might raise it. Don't quote me on that, because I was crossing my fingers the whole time. But we'll see. But seriously, the only way to get a hold of Tommy is to email him, which I don't even know where his email is.
I'll give you it.
Well, the email's on my face, Tommy. That's actually where
that's
actually where the email is. But you can also DM him. And if you want to DM him, it's on my hand. It actually lives here. This is where my hand is. It's tattooed, and I would actually like it to leave. So we'll work on that when we get back home. This place has literally exceeded. I don't want to say exceeded, because I knew what I was gonna get, and I got exactly what I expected. I love it.
It's good.
I'm coming back for more. I thought about bringing my Mark IV here.
That'd be sick.
But that's a different story.
RB swap, right?
I was thinking Barra.
Not here. Bring it to LZ.
Not a Barra. Not a Barra. All right, so Adam's going to get back. We'll chat with him. And if you liked this style of vlogging, let us know, because it's been a lot of fun to do. We normally don't do this. I don't know why we ended up doing this, but...
It got weird. Still holding the wrench.
I kind of like it. When Adam gets here, maybe we'll hand him, or maybe we'll just hand him a mic and put him on the spot. But we're going to go do some runs. We're going to see how the old baby holds up. Our car, I don't think we said this, our car makes less horsepower than Adam's, period. Probably about like 50 or 60 horsepower.
The turbos don't flow the same, but because of that is the exact reason Adam needs a flat foot shift. For anyone that doesn't understand turbos, that is the trade-off. The bigger you go, the more they suck in the parts that you spend the most time, which is in between gears, lugging around, slow speed, and they fuck on the highway, which we're gonna see. But this setup is the setup. This is a torque curve on an R35 Gtr, full bolt-ons on ethanol. It's drivable, it's torquey, it can get out of its own way.
That would be a cool video.
You race a bolt-on 35.
Maybe not even bolt-on, stock for stock.
No, you'll beat a bolt-on
This would probably beat, well,
think about a bolt-on 35.
It's 100 horsepower more than a stock one, so that might help for the DCT versus manual. But this is going to be a really cool way to like send off, because this is the last time we're going to see it before we ship this car home and get to have it on the California streets. So what better way to send her off than with a friendly race? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. LZ, you got to hold the mic.
All right.
Predictions.
For what?
Biggest race of your life.
Already happened.
No, I'm not talking about when you beat Dean. I'm talking about when you lose to me.
An RTR vehicle will win! Holy cow!
It's child's play.
I couldn't come up with anything quick enough. Damn it.
It's part of the game.
Adam won.
Some of us are quick. Others of us are slow.
Me 0.
Mm-hmm.
No flat foot shifting.
No flat foot shifting. Sounds like your car's not even together right now. I don't think flat foot shifting is the only problem we got going on, buddy. He's choking.
No, are you ready?
My car's running. It's clean. It has all 4 wheels under power. How are you sitting?
I only got power under 2, and it's not ready yet.
Yeah, I can see.
Underdog.
On paper, my car should be faster. Knowing your car, knowing your turbo setup, knowing that you have 0.2 liters of extra displacement on me, your car may tie me if I don't flat foot shift.
I think that I have a chance at being as fast. Only because I have the gearing. You're going to be shifting.
This is true.
I hope we have the opportunity to do a few different styles. Maybe we do one race where Adam has a leg up on me. Maybe we do one that's a certain speed, or maybe my car.
This is a California thing, style racing.
Yeah, yeah. We're not doing this the Florida way.
So just to elaborate, my car, its biggest weakness and the thing that I hate about it the most, transient turbo lag is real. When I shift, the car goes into complete vacuum and it like is slow to build boost. In gear, it's fine, but each shift, it's like the exhaust housings aren't sized properly or the timing of my motor's off. It's always been that way. I've just never cared to fix it. Each shift, it's like I go back down to NA power and then it ramps back up. So you'll have an advantage there.
Well, I know that I'll be able to stay in boost, but he's going to be flat foot shifting. So he'll be able to stay out of that.
I also miss gears a lot.
Well, if we miss gears, we'll go again. I want this to be like both of us. Like, I want to see the cars do the race, not necessarily us. So if there's a human error, we'll do it again.
Okay.
Well, I hope we literally do so many times we're like, okay, we're done. That's what I'm hoping.
Or the cars blow up.
Or that too. Mine's not going to. FES spec.
I hope not. Maybe a coupler though. I have a FES spec GTR too.
No, you don't.
You
do, not this one.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness,
have you seen under the hood of this? I think this thing is FES spec plus.
That's not what he says. Let's see it.
You can judge it. There's some things I would change, but looking at this car, not having touched it in a very long fingerprints, brother.
Oh, he's got the mine strut bar.
You know, and it's just the little details, like my oil filter isn't located in sight. You know, my lines for my catch can are beautiful. Look at my fittings on my catch can, Tej.
Okay, this is what I will say. I actually haven't seen this bay in a long time. The bay is very beautiful.
Thanks.
It's very different than what we did.
It could be better. There are things that I would change, but overall, like, I'm very happy with it.
I'm trying to absorb this. I like that you were able to keep this. It is hooked up?
It's my overflow.
I know I don't have an overflow right now. Right now it's a water bottle.
It's just nice because it's like tucked up in the stock place. I'm really stoked about this. This was my idea. I like designed this catch can out of cardboard and then sent it to a friend and it came out sick.
I like the setup. It's very clean.
Thanks. Very similar, but different. Also, E-fans, which was not on purpose, but it cleans it up a lot.
Yeah, it does clean it up a lot.
That does a lot.
I'm not sold on if I love them or hate them.
What, E-fans?
No, the shroud cover.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I agree.
I don't have one yet, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want one or need one.
The funny thing is, I think there was like a run in my clear or something on the radiator support that drove me nuts.
And then you're like, screw it.
Well, no, and then you don't see it with this.
I know, so you can get that, put it on top. I'm trying to find something that I would change, and there's really nothing that sticks out. I like the hood props.
I don't like those. That's one of the things I would change.
Why?
I hate when things aren't real carbon and they're just like, like wrapped in carbon. You know?
I wasn't really paying attention to that, but
yeah. I know. Now the whole world knows. Bask in my insecurities, internet. Why does holding a mic make me talk so different?
Because it feels professional.
It does.
We did it with Tommy just like 5 minutes ago, and we had a lot of fun with it.
We should see what he would change. He's usually got a big mouth on him.
I know what he's going to say. I'll tell you.
What?
He's going to say that you have, and I quote, American-made junk in your engine bay. That's what he'll say.
American.
And he'll say that it's Australian-influenced and not supporting the real cause. That's what he's
if it was Australian-influenced, I'd have a single, and this thing would be a RB30. This is very not Australian.
That's what he'll say.
What's American-made in here?
I don't know. He said those words today. I think he means like Johan making all of this.
That's just his way of expressing insecurities about not having a fabricator in his shop. It's true.
We did have to send my radiator to Jimmy. Spoon had to do it.
It's cool that he builds cars with bolt-on parts, but also fabrication is sick.
Moving on. Okay, but I do want to say, in all seriousness, Adam and I talk a lot of shit back and forth over Instagram. I do it for fun. Adam does it for real. Adam's an asshole.
Bullshit.
He does it for real.
This is not true.
And I do that for our friendship. I'm his punching bag.
Not true.
I'm just joking.
Might I remind you where this all started? I was getting messages from my friends saying, hey dude, TJ's been talking a lot of trash in his R34 series. Have you been watching any videos? I was like, nah, I'm busy. I watch Whistling Diesel, but not TJ. I thought, maybe I need to bring my car up here because you're talking all this shit. I haven't had a thing to say about your R34, and I've seen it for the past 2 years.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, well, those friends must be fake fucking friends.
Because they're looking out for me?
No, because that's
Do your friends look out for you?
Because that's
They're letting you enter into a race that you're going to lose.
Not true. But I didn't sign up to be a fast line car.
I just happen to be as well.
The way that we built mine is very different than
the way that Tommy built yours?
Yeah.
Okay, you said we. Is there a mouse in your pocket? You said we.
Like the R32 they did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy built that.
Yeah.
We didn't build it.
Actually, I did come here and did wrench on it.
Did you?
I have video of it. Flashback to the footage. Told you.
I stand corrected.
We built them differently. Where mine shines is the parts that we have on it, but that's just parts.
What's cool about mine is there's no couplers to pop off. So when you pop your couplers, can't happen to me.
It happened one time. You've been driving this car for 3 days. I have 3 hours behind it.
I've been driving this car 3 years and haven't popped a coupler.
You've been driving this car for 3 years, and then you tuned it up before coming here to squeeze more juice out of it. It's a tired lemon, and you just milked it for all it has.
A tired lemon?
Yeah, you were squeezing
Whose
the
car
lemon.
works right now and whose car doesn't?
I'll go fuck. It's done, I think. Are you guys done? Anytime I try to compliment him, he just shuts it down. So we'll end it.
When did you compliment me?
Well, I was getting to it, but you stopped me before I could get to it.
I've just been backing up all the shit you've been talking.
Not true.
Can you put crickets over that clip?
No, I think they can hear the crickets in the back.
Actual crickets.
All right, well.
Good luck.
Here it is.
You're going to need it.
I will need it. We're the underdog. All right, let's film for you.
Your budget R34 build, underdog.
If I wanted to build 1,000 horsepower, I would have. And then it wouldn't have been a fair race.
So you want to build a car that had 1,000 horsepower?
Yeah.
You said build 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, if we were going to build a 1,000 horsepower car, then we would have.
All right.
But we didn't.
Nor did I. So what's your point?
Well, you're saying, you overspent on the GTR.
Did I say that?
Off camera,
You're just saying underdog.
Underdog power-wise, driveline-wise.
I was just saying it's a real nice budget build you got going on there.
What's budget about that build?
Exactly. Underdog.
Power-wise, it's the underdog.
Mr. 2.8.
That's just low end, and we're not even going to be utilizing that for this.
Is it just low end? Is that how engines work?
Yeah.
More displacement only makes more power down low?
Not when the turbos are restricting the power to begin with.
Smart man. Smart man. I'll give him that one.
We're going to be going to the race now. We're cutting this fucking clip. We're done here. Let's do your speed. Want to go again, but you lead?
That was fucking sick, dude.
Dude, my GoPro only got like half of them, but like I did I hope Anthony, you were filming all of them.
I was filming every run.
Cause I got the lead, I gave him the jump, we did second gear, third gear.
Yo, that was so fun to watch, bro.
Tommy said they were both like shooting flames like crazy.
Adam's car shot a fucking 12-foot flame out of the back of it.
Yeah, it almost lit my eyebrows on fire.
Well, good thing you were ahead of him.
I need a conclusion.
Oh, I didn't say this in your video yet. I think TJ's car is faster than we thought. I think it's faster than mine. However, I think if you had a passenger in your car, and if I didn't have my shifting issue, which just to shortly elaborate for you guys, with flat shifting, the way it works, it's the amount of time, the way that I have it set up, that it cuts ignition. I doubled it for absolutely no reason. So I would shift and then it would take like 0.1 second to resume power, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels really slow. And it would still fall at a boost.
I feel if that was set up to how you wanted it.
It is now, I fixed it already.
Okay. We're gonna try to do it again on the way home. It just started pouring, so we'll see how it goes.
I think you'll still win, but I think it's gonna be way closer.
I think they'll be neck and neck. I think they'll be super close. I don't know, the 2.8 helped more than I think I thought it would. I didn't think it was really gonna matter because we were gonna be already like 5,000 and up.
Well, I think especially too, because of the gearing, and because like...
The gearing definitely helps. If I had the
you're making more
I think
power
realistically,
earlier.
it's the aerodynamics of the Z-Tune front end that really did on this.
Maybe you gotta go Z-Tune.
Not all jokes aside though, we did so many fucking pulls. Your IATs are probably a lot better than mine with all the vents in the hood. We did like 13 pulls.
Maybe.
With 250 cars behind you, it's a complete success. We need one of these.
Definitely
complete success.
Definitely a big dub.
That's a big dub. I think it's a big dub because there was a lot of shit talking from both sides. So if there wasn't and it was like humble, like we don't know, it's like cool, you won, shake. But he talks shit, he talks shit. You have to rub it in the other person's face.
I have.
You have to.
Well, he's saying
you know what I mean?
He wants to fix the shifting.
It doesn't matter. That's not how races work when you do 13. If you do 13 races, there's no I got to get back into my ECU.
Because like, I gave him the jump.
The streets, you get Sonic, you know, chases a race. Anything goes, you miss shift. It doesn't matter if you stop at the line. If you jump, it's a win. But I think we saw true success. A true win.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, he could fix things.
And
You could retune things.
The car has been running for 3 days.
Yeah. 200 miles, 300 miles, maybe.
And the tune probably still could be dialed more.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, that's the other thing. If you change one thing between a race, you might as well, like, you have to start over. You can't just be like, oh, let me go to my laptop. Like,
yeah.
Unless you both agree something's bad and you both go back. If you're happy with yours and he's not happy with his, he took the L, he's gonna have to eat that until he comes back and you agree to come back.
What a sweet way to
it was good.
end the Connecticut trip.
Can we say something though? No one knows this. The Attesta wasn't working, so I was like, we scrambled, we figured out a really weird secret, it worked. We went out, as soon as we did a 2-3, he was in the passenger seat, I looked over at him like, you got this.
Yeah,
like, this car.
We have our all-wheel drive system has not been working, and we literally fixed it off camera right before we went out.
2 minutes. We were late to come here.
Yeah.
Because we were doing that.
So it rips. It's fast as.
It's so good.
Look at that! Look at that! Damn, and with that right there, ladies and gentlemen, complete success. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's take this thing home. Can't wait to show all the boys. They're gonna be so stoked. Everyone's texting me asking how it's doing. The series is not over, but man, we're really riding a high right now. Adam, I love you. I know you're gonna come back and you're gonna build a crazier setup and you're gonna beat me. But again, this was never about the winner. It was never about that. That was a fun side quest. It was never about that. What matters is the car that I've always wanted, the car that I've sought after, the car that I've, like, that car means the world to me. I don't really think I can put a dollar amount on that car. And I think that you guys can see that through all the videos of how special it was to just not rush it, take our time. And I appreciate everyone watching the vlogs and watching and commenting and commenting on Instagram. Yeah, man, super stoked. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
This is what I'll say. Whatever he did made his car faster.
You mean putting a passenger in your car?
No, I really don't think that helps.
By the rules of drag racing, what do you weigh? 140?
160.
Like that is good for what, a tenth?
Yeah. But you also have.
And it's not like you were putting like a huge gap on me. That plus shift, dude, I saved 0.2 seconds on every shift.
This is what I'll say. I will call driver model myself. Adam,
I told you that. He got that drag race.
Yeah,
he's done it.
When we
From
started,
a dig, it became way more apparent.
Oh yeah.
When we went to like higher speed to accommodate Adam's gearbox, and I was doing brake boosting in third, I was just dropping the ball. I would be curious even for you two to take it tomorrow night. And Tommy, you try it, because when I was letting off in third gear, it would like hesitate, and then it would go, and then I would match your pace. But even when I was calling the horn, Adam would still like immediately was just like whoop, and then I was like I was on his taillight. His car's fast, rightfully so.
Like dead even.
I think your cars.
I feel like if you drove it back to back and did a draggy, I'd be shocked if they weren't within like a
they're
couple
just
tenths of a second.
Optimal scenarios. One is going to take the other. They're too close and too different. It is what it is.
I think it's really cool how well his car works with the 355s.
Yeah, it works really well.
Because I would prefer to have 355s if I had a power band like that.
Right.
So I might consider not going 411s.
That wasn't that bad. And now I'm like, after driving with Adam, I'm like, I don't know if I'd want a 411.
I think of the 355s because he has a 2.8 and the tiny turbos.
Yeah.
If you had a bigger turbo, or if like you didn't have a 2.8, I think you need it more. But like even with my setup, I consider sometimes like I think a 3.7 would be perfect in my car.
Yeah. Tomei made a 369 final drive, front and rear.
I own them all. I bought them all.
You own them all?
No.
I don't. I don't.
Yeah, Tomei, but this really rare one. It used to be a grand. I own them all. $3,000. You could have it.
I did.
All right, we're tired as hell, man. This video's supposed to end an hour ago.
Ride in my car on the way back. Will that work out?
I'm not gonna let Anthony drive my car.
Really? That's fucked up.
Hold on. Just put this dude on blast. Would you let Colette or him drive first?
Oh, it's an easy answer.
I would let Colette drive first.
Sure.
Oh,
I would let Colette drive it too.
This is the most expensive car I own. He's never driven right-hand drive. It's in the dark. He doesn't know the roads.
I've never driven right-hand drive.
No shot. During the day, it'd be a little bit different story. Sorry.
You guys went into a couple of those runs, into those like sweepers, like
yeah.
Did we?
No.
Hot. I was like, okay. He goes, did we? I don't remember.
The shipper with the R34 should be coming through any minute. I'm so excited. I'm like walking out to the main street because I'm gonna try to catch him so he knows where to go. Just the thought of having this and this beautiful weather with the sun and the coastal beach. When I bought this car like 2 years ago, I was dreaming about just having it being exactly how it is and just driving it here and having it here. And I'm gonna daily the hell out of this car. I'm gonna drive the thing everywhere. I'm gonna put, I can't wait. So I'm patiently just waiting here for the guy to show up.
It's here.
I think we're trying to buy ice cream, Anthony. Knock it off. Dude, all these dudes speak like straight up Russian. Just in time for my ice cream.
Is what I think in there?
Oh yeah. Let me get a bite.
Oh yeah. Damn, I'm nervous right now. I don't even like.
I'm so excited.
I'm nervous. Why am I nervous?
You were here when it got delivered in an enclosed trailer in this exact spot. You saw it 2 years ago. You're now going to see it 2 years later.
And
finished.
And I've learned a lot about these cars in that time. I watched Mickey build his GTR. I watched Quinn build a RB26. And I went to Australia. And for those that know, down under they know how to build.
Pretty crazy GTRs. Yeah.
You know this. I'll be honest with you. I think R34s are cool. I don't really like them. And this car fucks. This car is like one of my favorite JDM cars that I've ever seen in my entire life. This car has shifted my perspective slightly on JDM because I'm a huge Euro guy.
I love that.
This car is fucking awesome.
I love that. I love that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Seems like this car shouldn't be here. Like, it's only our Connecticut car. It's so
I know.
weird to see it here.
Yeah, it's weird. We've had this car not here for so long. It's weird seeing it home. People are gonna freak out when they see this on the road here, right? Oh.
As you guys know, I have 3 dogs. I have my 2 amazing Goldens, Kona and Hilo, and I also have my stubborn princess, Blue. Hi, buddy. These 3 dogs mean the absolute world to me. You guys have seen them grow up in the vlogs. My 2 Goldens will literally eat anything you give them. This one, on the other hand, is the pickiest eater in the world, and oftentimes just doesn't even eat his breakfast. Yes, Kona, we're vlogging right now. Won't even eat his breakfast because he's so picky. In the last month, I've switched over to Sundays for dogs, and it has changed my life because Blue eats this, and he's the pickiest boy in the world. I'm gonna prove it to you. Watch this. This is his old food. You'll notice the Goldens are very intrigued in it, but Blue, eat some food, Blue. What, you don't want it? It's not gonna satisfy you? Now watch this. These Goldens are gonna kill it. Here you go. Oh, mows it. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Now I'm gonna switch to Sundays for dogs food and watch this. Here you go. Oh, immediate success. Immediately eating that. Blue, you go ahead and enjoy that. The food is human grade, it's a no prep, no mess, and it's air dried. The company is even vet founded and vet run, and the food is just amazing and it's good for them, and they eat it. If you have a picky dog at home that struggles to eat their food, switch to them, thank me later. I have done it, and look at that, he's still mowing it. I have switched, I am no longer buying any of the other crap I get from the store. Sundays for dogs is what we feed our boys, and you should too. I was able to secure a 35% off code for you guys on your first order for them. So you can use the code on screen or use the link down below in the description, and you're gonna have a very satisfied boy who's literally gonna eat his food whenever you give it to him. Thank you Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to it.
I heard it. Pop the hood. Pop the hood, mate.
So I know how you guys really liked that we kept this build a secret the whole entire time and we're filming in the background. And you guys were like, oh man, it'd be so cool if TJ continued doing that. That was so rad to see all of it done. Dog, come on boys. Come on boys. In here are a bunch of parts that I have for a completely different build. Not any, I know you're probably gonna be like, oh, it's some sort of GTR because it came from Tommy's. Tommy had a collection of parts for a certain car that I bought years ago that will be starting really soon. I'm very excited about it. So I have a bunch of parts. Oh, they're heavy. Oh, what? What is that? A little Terpski? Oh, ooh. Oh, you'll never know what it's for. So to answer that question or answer that thought, are they doing more builds in secret? Yeah, boys. We out here trying to do some different stuff. Oh, I think this is the strut bar. Or what is this? Oh, it's an exhaust, not a strut bar. Oh, mines?
Little mines?
What could that be? They really packed it in here.
Oh, oh.
Oh, I can't wait for this. We're moving around some of the inside of the shop right now because we're getting to the Mustang. Because the Mustang's coming back. I told you this. I don't know exactly when. The Mustang we're gonna start getting back to. We gotta pull the motor and the trans because that's gonna go off to paint here pretty soon. That car's coming back. I see the comments about it, okay? This thing is so dirty. The car looks brown. Time to give it a wash.
She's cleaned up, she's ready to drive home. This car just makes me so happy. And I was wiping it down and the sunlight was hitting it earlier and we got a really cool glimpse of the, oh, there it is. Yep. So a little peek of the gold hitting off the sun. Dude. Oh my God. Also right now, you'll notice that I don't have the GTR badge on. That's because one I had on the car was technically Tommy's and I stole it from him. A couple days ago, I found a set of gold badges for the front and rear. Because again, if you guys don't remember, I was missing the front badge. I had a chrome one, and I have a gold one now. So before this car shipped back over here, I told him to take off the rear gold badge because any day now, our gold front and rear badges should come in and we'll go ahead and throw those on. All right, driving it for the first time. I can't even tell you guys right now how I feel. It's been like a dream to have this car here exactly how it is. And I know I already had it in Connecticut and I've been driving it, but now that it's here, it feels like a completely different sense of real. I don't know, this is magical. I feel so happy, I feel so fulfilled. I've said it a million times, but man, I don't know. Don't really have much words right now. And Sabrina's driving home in the C8 today. Oh, that would have been sketchy. Oh, so sick. I feel a little bad because I'm not even really filming that much, but you guys have seen us drive this car so much, but I'm like truly just enjoying this car and every moment of it because it's so magical. It's, oh, I just don't even have the words to describe how it feels to have this car. Too sketchy to drive this car with one hand, so I'm gonna put the camera down. But we're gonna rip it on the back roads to my house right now. What up, boys? What up, boys? Did you miss the GTR? Did you miss the GTR? He's gonna go back. Dude, straight up zoomies right now. Oh, I thought he was gonna, whoa! Back to the main attraction. Oh, it's just, this whole video is just pretty much me absorbing this. Video is you going, oh! Dude, it is. I kept trying to film clips of me driving it home and I was like, I don't even have words. I'm just enjoying it. But it's just, to me, this car just means, this car means everything to me. It means so much. I've told you guys, this was always like the it car for me. I don't really know where it goes from here. And that's like kind of the, not sad part to this video. I don't know what else to drool over. Like, this is kind of the end of the line, in my opinion. I have that to drool over. What are your thoughts? So Sabrina saw it
I'm gonna get
2 years ago.
I love that RX-7. That RX-7 is beautiful, not a POS at
For those,
all.
shout out to those who saw that video. Oh, Conan went in the pool. Man.
We're admiring
Sabrina, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? You just said you thought the hood looked good?
So right off the bat, first thoughts.
Yeah, what do you notice? What do you notice?
First thoughts.
You see it in a parking lot. Do you think it's a piece of shit? Don't answer
I don't
that.
think it's a piece of shit. I definitely don't think it's anything special if I see it in a parking lot. I think it's just, I would probably second look at it and be like, I've never seen one of those before. Then I would see the GTR on it and be like, that's interesting. This isn't what GTRs that I know look like.
For those that don't know, Sabrina.
Oh, everybody knows I'm not a car girl. I'm starting to become one. Or I was when I had a C8. This one's pretty good too. Did you know as of yesterday, it's been exactly a year since you surprised me with that?
Really?
Okay, first thoughts.
Thoughts. What do you got? What do you like? What do you don't like? Just tell me the basic likes and not likes.
So I don't like the mirrors.
Oh, the gainer doors.
I like these mirrors and those mirrors.
The Veilside ones are so ugly.
The
crafts are dope. I like the crafts on the white one, but okay. Doesn't like gainer doors.
Love
It's like
the color. Love the color. Love how it looks like different colors everywhere you stand. It looks a little green down here. It looks a little purple up here.
Walk around it. Walk around it. What?
Brown in the back.
Maybe take a.
There's a smudge.
There might be a smudge. No, don't use that.
I know you only use microfiber.
Make sure it's clean. Is it clean? The spot you're about to do it on?
There's a little bit.
I just washed it, and to be honest, I kind of rushed it because I wanted to drive home and beat traffic, but yet just went into traffic. What do you think of the rear? What's your thoughts on the rear?
It looks kind of like
a Chevy Impala. We were watching Spider-Man 2 the other night, and in that movie, Mary Jane gets like stuck in a yellow cab that's like an Impala, and it's like falling down this bridge. You all know those taillights look like an Impala that look like Jeep Skylines. She goes, look, a Skyline. I'm like,
first of all, I didn't say look a Skyline. I'm not that much of a car girl. I said a GTR, and
Okay.
TJ was like, no. I like the wing. Love the wing. Actually, think the car would look a little bit more, looks like that wing was added on.
That's 100% factory.
I know it is, but
Okay.
I think I might like it without the wing.
No way. Okay, all right.
I like the wheels a lot. The fitment is pretty mint.
Okay, fitment is mint.
Fitment is, especially
Sabrina?
on the road, it looks different now, but on the road,
Fitment looked quote unquote mint.
Fitment looked
What
great.
do you think of the brakes? Squat down and look at the brakes.
Are they gold? They're gold.
Well, yeah, but they're nice and big, they're large, they fill up the wheel wells.
Sometimes I get confused that this is not the brake.
Well, the caliper is a part of the brake.
Caliper.
The
Are
caliper
you
of the
gonna
road.
keep that gold?
Yes. Hi, Kona. Yeah, we're gonna keep that gold.
The interior looks very updated.
Yes, from 2000.
This is a 2000 car?
Yeah, well, technically this is a 1999, but it's a 2000
Are
car.
these all original seats?
Yes, the interior is 100% factory.
The interior is very nice.
Yeah.
It looks like the door handles won't break off on me when I
No,
close
the door handles will not. So you gotta think about it this way. This was built in 1999, 2000 to 2002.
I really like this hood.
Yep.
This is really cool.
Z2 hood. Where that is a 1995, that's a 1994. So this is,
I'm a 1995.
6 years of development more of technology. And so it's a little nicer
Is
on the
the
edges.
O on Nismo strategically red because the R on GTR is red?
I've never noticed that both of those two things are red. I've never noticed that, but I suppose maybe they did that on purpose.
Is Nismo only for GTRs?
No, Nismo's for all Nismos.
Oh.
Or Nismos. Nismo, they make
These are very nice lights. Wow.
brand new in box. You don't ever see those. Those are brand new. Never seen this light of
Yeah,
day.
those are really nice.
Yep.
I do like this carbon. I think these side skirts should probably be carbon. Just my professional
That's
opinion.
cool. There's carbon here.
I mean, it's a really nice car. Don't get me wrong.
This is the veil side.
The veil side.
Whoa! All right, and that ends our review. That ends the review of Sabrina. I want to take you on a drive in it tomorrow. I want you to see how fast it is.
Okay.
It's a ripper.
I was trying to keep up with you.
No
on
way,
those
this
back
would
roads.
smoke
You
the
were
C8.
absolutely destroying me.
See, it can't even keep up. No way.
Dude, strictly based off of looks, you're telling me you think this looks better than this.
Yeah, I do. That just means so much to me.
Okay.
I don't think any other car looks. Dude,
Really?
this thing looks insane. This thing gives
That
me
thing
like
is so
like Spider-Man Venom vibes with the, I don't know.
Wow.
You're right. This is a close second, but that just means, I don't know. It's just a
So all the
34,
parts
it's midnight
that-
purple, it's all
the parts that
Z-tune.
you-
All the parts on it are new. Well, the side skirts, spats, rear spats, fenders, front bumper, hood, all the windows, the window molding, the window trims. Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna get new seats. There's a Nismo option that I'm gonna get on order. The seats are a little clapped.
It smells like my Grammy's house.
Yep, it smells like a classic Japanese car. Look at the Nismo tack.
Is that new too?
It's the Nismo, so it's a special edition.
Oh, wow. This is kind of facing you.
Yep.
This is the
digital
most-
dash.
Oh, this is new?
Nope, that's OEM.
That's OEM?
Yep.
Oh, so this thing was ahead of its time when it came out.
You have no idea.
Really?
Like this was like groundbreaking when it came out. Yeah. Look at that, cup holders. Now the other ones have cup holders. I know.
This has cup holders, but the Aventador didn't.
The Aventador doesn't, but a 1999 Skyline does. I need to take that crap out. Kona, you.
Kobe, not the paint job.
You mother. Okay, we're
Okay,
out.
that's where the video
Dogs
ends.
are out. Kids are out. Get out. Get out. Get out. You're lucky I caught that.
I'm right
You're lucky there's PPF on that, or else I would have beat your little butt.
Oh.
So it definitely isn't my healthiest snack. But I just made myself some mini tacos with some Cholula sauce. Just fire these up in the oven. And I'm gonna go meet up with an old friend today that I haven't seen in a very long time. We're going to the golfing range. I'm a big golfer, for those who don't know. Most of you guys know that. I'm gonna go to the range and say what's up and hang out with them, because I haven't seen him in like years. And it's also another excuse to drive the R34, so there's that. That right there has to be one of the best things about this car. You can fit golf clubs in the back. I'm literally just so excited to start this car and hear it. Oh! Oh. That right there. Damn, son. It's truly gonna be my mission to daily this R34. So if you guys don't see it being driven in the videos, or you don't see me posting on Instagram, you better be yelling at me or commenting or something. Well, there'll probably be a reason if I wasn't driving it. I just intend to really use the shit out of this car. And I think it's comfortable enough where like it's definitely doable. Where like certain cars like my Aventador, that thing was like impossible to daily. Don't mind the Hikis light. We did a Hikis delete, but I haven't done the bulb delete. There's no way to code that out, unfortunately. We have to
like pull the dash and I think pull the bulb out. But we were at Tommy's before we brought it back here. We were fighting some Altezza issues and all-wheel drive issues, and we've cleared every single problem. The thing is running perfectly. Tommy fixed all the little like bugs that was left when we were there. There wasn't many, but there were definitely a few. The only thing I really need to do is do the interior. I want to get new seats or the Nismo cover seats. I'd like to find a different shift knob, and I'd like to update the audio system in the car because currently I have the Japanese head unit in here and it just doesn't work at all. The radio works, I can hear static on the speakers, but it doesn't do anything. So that'll be really fun. Oh, there's all these like bumps I'm going over right now, like that I typically drive like every day. And on a lot of my cars, especially all the JDM ones, it will start rattling right there. And this car, we did everything brand new, doesn't rattle at all. The only other thing I really need to do is put some, other than the interiors, I need to balance the wheels. The wheels don't have wheel weights on, and I'll get like a steering wheel vibration at like 85 miles per hour and up. Other than that, so sick, dude. So good. Oh, I haven't felt this way about a car. Probably like the GT3 RS. The GT3 RS and this car are definitely, and I think I get this question a lot based on all the cars I've owned. I think from the start of this channel to now, I've probably owned like 45 or 50 different cars, from exotics to JDMs to American stuff. My two favorites out of everything, GT3 RS and the R34 Gtr. They're great examples of maybe not doing one thing the best, but they do everything like second best, if that makes sense. Like, this isn't the best straight line car, might not be the best handling car, but every other aspect, it's like second place in each category. So it makes the car so usable, and I could drive the car every day. Whereas like the Aventador, it's first place in excitement, first place in the way it looks, in the world of supercars, first place it sounds, but the thing's a handful to drive. And I'm telling you, I would drive that car for 2 days straight, and I'd be like, I need a break from this car. And so like that lowers it for me on like its like ranking of cars. Where like the GT3 RS might not sound the best, but it's like second best, handles probably the best, has cup holders, has space, has good gas mileage, has front space. So if that makes sense, that's what I mean, like it's the best. It might not be like the fastest car around a track or whatever, but from a day-to-day use where you're gonna only have one of them, this takes it for JDM, the RS takes it for exotics. And I'm just vibing right now. Look at these guys. 85 degrees out, first time driving this car. It's moments like these that I feel like I've worked so hard for, to be able to enjoy this. This is what like the younger me dreamed of, and it's very surreal to be driving it and it being mine. Woo! Like barely. Whoa! Alright, I'm gonna go to the driving range, I'm gonna hit some balls. I don't know if I'm gonna film anything, but I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'll see you guys in just a sec. I just got to Kevin's house and I didn't realize how loud the GTR was until you're like in a townhome neighborhood where there's houses on either side and you're just idling at 2,000 RPM and it's like, that was a very stressful situation. The car was very loud and it's late at night right now. I missed the family dinner, but I'm eating the leftovers.
Oh,
they're playing some Catan right now. If you guys follow my Instagram, you know we've been playing a lot of Monopoly lately, but me and Kev back in high school used to play Catan. If you don't know what this game is, this is gonna make no sense to you, but if you know what this game is, you're probably obsessed with it. We used to be obsessed with this game, so they're ripping a game of Catan and I'm over here. We're teaching the new gen how to play this game. Okay, the one thing I've noticed about this car that sucks, it eats fuel. I started today at a 3/4 tank, like literally maybe 3/4, a little under. I've run a half tank of fuel and I've gone like maybe 50 miles today. I've been driving with a heavy foot, but like, dude, this is like some 13B RX-7 rotary type miles per gallon. I'm on E85, so it's gonna be burning more and I'm gonna be using more fuel, but wow. That's crazy amount of fuel. Like, I've been driving like this, so I guess it makes sense, but wow. All right, you guys, it's late, I'm tired. I'm gonna end the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and keep moving forward.